Hey, welcome to the Porch Bois podcast. I am, of course, your extremely intelligent, very attractive, and charming host, John, alongside these two bumbling retards, Seawall and Midget B. How are you boys doing this fine evening?
Pretty good, brah. Pretty good,
Oh,
brah.
what happened to your sound?
Is it bad?
It's not good.
Oh, well, I'm sorry.
I'm manually bouncing right now, Midget. Don't worry, it'll be fine.
Okay, cool.
What do you mean? I didn't change anything.
Huh. I guess you left and came back, and then it's fucked. No,
Is it fucked?
no, it's fine now.
Okay. I put my
Anyway,
mic closer to my face.
that's probably what it was.
It's a bit tinny, but whatever.
Is it? That's shitty. Paid way too much for these motherfuckers for some shit like that.
Yeah, dude. For sure you did.
Weak sauce.
Total weakness.
Okay, I think I've got the show. Well, no, I have not. I'm still working on balancing it. I've done some
Oh no.
modifications recently.
Okay.
I'll just be a little bit
So
louder than you guys.
no, fuck that. I should be the loudest. You guys should be like whispers, and I should be like shouting.
I think you're the quietest.
That's unfortunate. You should change that. Anyway, because I have an announcement to make, so I cannot be the quietest.
Be the loudest.
I'm trying to, but Seawall will not allow it.
I think I've got you pretty much in line with Midget.
So yeah, an announcement. You guys might have seen, but this coming Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern time, of course, I set up a little YouTube premiere. It was over a year ago. I had a debate with a neocon, and so I finally like just ripped the video myself and putting it up on this channel. And so Friday night, 9 p.m., I'll be in the chat too, and we'll watch it and have some fun and poke some fun at a neocon. Think it'll be fun.
It's not. It's not in good taste to make fun of retards.
Well, I mean, I guess that's fair, but I mean, it's kind of what we do on this show. Like, we wouldn't really have a show
I guess you're right. Yeah.
otherwise.
What am I talking about? I guess I'm just saying things that sound good to say.
Right. So yes, it is in fact. Uh, yes, Highleaf gets it. John and the two quiet voices in his head. That's you guys. Just
Yeah,
me,
the boys.
boys. Right, like you guys aren't actually real. It's just voices in my head.
Yep, we're just voices in your head, but I'm also the voice in the head that controls the end broadcast button.
I assume. I mean, it could just be me. You know.
John,
Yeah, like, I have
Are
this
you
two-wall
sure that you're not
personality.
currently asleep in a mental asylum and you need to wake up?
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be
Nah,
crazy.
John, I think this is real life. You totally don't need to wake up.
No,
There
I
was
will
like
not.
a good creepypasta that did that years ago. I haven't read it in a while.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
Yeah.
there was. But yeah, so make sure you guys join me Friday night, 9 p.m. I'll try and remember to plug that again at the end of the show. But yeah, it'll be fun.
Uh, Are you gonna be there in the
Yeah,
chat
in the
Friday?
chat Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern.
I'll be
That's
prepping
like a
my
event.
Halloween costume, so I'll be busy.
What are you gonna be?
What have you come as?
Well, I'm technically I'm using the thing I used a couple years back because I'm going
Oh,
to an event. I wasn't.
reuse.
Yeah. Well, people liked it last time. It's a pretty neat setup.
Wait, what was it?
Proper chest rig with fatigues.
Oh, okay.
Looked like I
Oh,
just
come
dropped in
on.
from a war zone. Yeah.
That's your. Oh man.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
kind of lame.
I might go heavy this year and use my heavier equipment.
Ha.
Don't forget your
Man.
airsoft guns too.
Right.
Nah, don't
Exactly.
want to scare people at the party. Have the mags though. Have all the mags.
Sure.
Yeah.
Ah, you would. You'd totally
Yeah.
be the guy that shows up like that
I mean, my
at a
other
Halloween
option is,
party.
going with my COVID quarantine getup.
That's
a good one.
funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, tie chem suit, full
Is it a
mask.
little outdated?
I mean, it's been sitting in storage for 2 years.
Yeah, is it a little passé? Is a little bit. Are we past that, you guys?
Uh,
Are we past it yet?
I mean, it depends on who you're talking to. There's people. I mean, I still see people in like N95 masks and shit. Not even just like medical masks. Not very often, but they're
Old folks and black ladies.
dude. It really is actually like black people in general. I'm not sure what it is, but like I've seen like cloth masks and stuff. Like it is mostly black people and like old
Hmm.
people, of course. But
Older
Yeah.
black folks.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I
That's
mean, black folks in general.
interesting that you guys interesting that when they were originally the folks that you couldn't get to wear them,
Yeah,
and
well, they
now
adjusted.
like
And now they're wearing them all the time because hey, it covers their identity a little bit.
nah, dude. There's like a legit reason. There's definitely a reason when like some old guy like um crosses it over. Like, have you seen that? Have you seen that where they'll like turn the loops? They'll twist them before putting them on their ear.
I think it's just considered like a
Oh
little bit
yeah,
tighter fit or something
Have
like
you
that.
seen that?
yeah,
Yeah.
I have
So
seen that.
the
Yeah.
other day, like I saw this guy in line at the bank, and he had both of them twisted, and so the mask was like scrunched on his face, and
Oh
it
my
was like
god.
poking forward, kind of like a beak, and he was all old,
Yeah.
and he was hard of hearing, and he couldn't understand what the teller wanted him to do, and
Oh
it
my
was
god.
like, yeah.
That is very unfortunate.
I mean,
Very, very unfortunate.
it's quite the phenomenon. There's definitely folks who buy into it, and I love it because they try, but like they don't they don't know or understand, so like they fuck up
Yeah.
in
Yeah,
adorable
true.
ways.
True that.
Yep.
All right.
So, boys, what are you drinking this evening?
Oh. I tonight am drinking Jack Daniels on the rocks.
I am out of beer, so I'm drinking water.
Lame.
And I'm enjoying a little bit of Pendleton's on some whiskey stones.
Cool.
Dude, I've been drinking all weekend.
Yeah, that's
All
fine,
week.
man. Yep.
You know
Well-
what I kind of miss doing?
What's
Playing Zelda DX. I embarrassed myself last night.
that? Did you? I didn't even notice.
Yeah, I did, and then like left y'all with a cliffhanger.
Mm,
So yeah, I'm eager to get back into it, but I'll have to wait a week.
You got this, man. And hey, you do you. There are plenty of fucking Let's Players out there that hide the fact that they're shit with editing. You're at least being honest with your shitty quality.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I could record these and then
Yeah.
wait a week for them to upload
Yeah.
after having edited them.
Yeah.
Right. No, live streaming is so much better
Yep.
to trying to record shit. Fuck that. Not interested.
Yep.
But yeah,
Well-
so I was gonna say, yeah, do we want to get started on this on our subject tonight? We don't have to put the memes up yet, but yeah, tonight we're talking about misogynies and racisms.
My
Oh,
Fandom
yeah.
Menace.
Yes, and
my homie phobias.
homophobias. Right. So did you guys know that if you don't like the new thing, then you are a white supremacist, racist, misogynist, homophobic, probably Republican, mega
Chud,
fascist,
stupid
racist.
asshole. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mega
Chud.
fascist, racist, stupid asshole.
Yeah. Did you guys know that? Because it's completely true.
It's totally the thing. It's the thing of the now.
Right. It is the
It's
thing
the
of the
thing.
now.
Well, I mean, I love it. I particularly love it. Yeah, I love it when I'm told what kind of customer I'm supposed to be by the company that's like making the thing that they want me to spend my money on. like give them my money for? Isn't that great? And they
Yeah,
say, no, you have to be this kind of person to give us your money. Oh, well then, I guess I'll fuck off then, right? That's right, Chud. If you don't like it, just don't watch it, read it. Yeah, oh my god, don't watch
but
it
it's
/ read it /
right.
go
Okay.
make
And
your
it's like,
own.
Okay,
but then it's like,
I'll
oh,
read something else and make my own shit.
all these
It's
white supremacists won't watch our show though, or read our book,
Well,
or
yeah, I mean,
it's
from
like, well,
from our
tell them to fuck
description,
off.
yeah,
Like,
from our description, oh, these evil, racist, misogynistic fandom menace who are simultaneously irrelevant and also the sole reasons movies, TV shows, and comics fail. It's like pick
right.
a
there
lane.
You
there
don't
are
have
a
to.
few memes that I wish I could have find. But some of them are like fake headlines, like why won't misogynists watch this movie? I always misspell misogynists.
It took me a
MISY.
minute to spell it right too.
Anyway, watch this movie. It's hard to find. It's hard to find shit on the internet. It's hard to find shit on the internet.
Yeah.
But anyway, like, yeah, there's a couple memes, of course, like attacking your audience for being misogynist, and then like it's a fake headline, but of course, 3 weeks later, why aren't men watching this movie?
Right.
You told them not to.
Right? And it's like G4 TV, which I didn't include in our ceremonies tonight, but I'm sure we could pull up at some point. Where Frosk is like, don't like it, don't watch it. And
Okay.
then the audience was like, okay, nope. Noped out.
Yeah.
Fucking noped out. And don't you love it? Don't you love it? As it turns out, I guess they're correct about their audience. Like the entire fan base of their cherished IP that they, feel compelled to reinvent are all soggy knees, right, John?
That's right.
All,
Misogynies. Misogynies.
they got soggy knees, and it's internalized, bro. You can't even fight it. It's internalized. And
Nothing you can do about it.
and it's systemic.
Yeah. Also, the female fans that are criticizing us, they just have internalized misogynies. They just hate the fact that they're women.
That's right. See, whereas guys' soggy knees are on the outside, women
They have external
exist.
soggy knees.
That's right.
Oh man.
My soggy knees are rather large and protuberant.
No, I'm pretty sure now, they don't even say that about women anymore, really, with the internalized misogyny.
Mm-hmm.
It's always that they're pick me girls now. They're like, oh, I hope he picks you, sis, and shit like that. And
Oh,
it's just like,
Pick me
God.
ass
yeah,
bitch.
God,
yeah,
Pick
and the
me
thing
ass
is,
bitch.
the women that are legitimately fans aren't that. They're just hanging out with the bros. They're a bro.
I hate girls.
No, not at all either. They're just genuinely fans of the IP.
Yeah. Well, no, what
And
that what I mean
related
by
to
that
it.
they're bros. They're cool. They're part of the fandom. They like it. They
Yeah.
hang out with their friends. And
I mean, they're definitely
sometimes
still
they'll
women,
date
though.
sometimes they'll date inside the community. Sometimes they won't. It's just they're women. It's the leftists that complain about it that are clearly the pick me girls.
Yeah,
It's the classic. What was it? Confession through projection.
right.
Speaking of pick me girls, have you heard the term pick Misha? I think it's fantastic.
I have not. Please
Oh,
enlighten us.
it's a black pick me.
Ah,
Pick me girl. Yeah.
pick me.
Pick Misha.
A pygmy.
That is
Pick
that is
Misha.
fantastic.
Yeah. And it's not even my term. I mean, this was on a black dating advice channel, freaking being talked about by a black woman who don't need no man. A pick
Awesome.
Misha is a girl who plays into the stereotype that women should be subservient to their men because they, are reversing the stereotype of black women as not being feminine. And so all kinds of issues and problems that this particular strong black woman who don't need no man had with pick Mishas.
That is hilarious.
Yeah, the things you hear on the internet, pretty absurd sometimes.
I am clearly too sober for this conversation.
Get to drinking.
Take
I
a
am.
drink.
I'm enjoying my 2 fingers of whiskey.
Oh my
Well,
god.
yeah, have another 2 right up your ass.
I've got work tomorrow, asshole.
Oh.
What are you working on your asshole tomorrow?
I sit on it enough. I might as well be.
With 2 fingers, right? You sit on 2 fingers.
2 fingers.
I walked
That's
into
good.
that one.
Yeah, that
Oh
was pretty
man,
good.
you sat on it.
Well,
That's
might as well get to the memes.
Might as well.
Yeah.
I don't think we're gonna top that.
So the
no,
first.
I mean, just this is an example. I mean, like, sure, the thing is a shoop, a hilarious
yeah.
one, but like
it's a
the
good one,
quote
yeah.
itself is an excerpt from an article,
Yeah.
fucking about the screenwriters of one of the admittedly like only successful,
Yeah.
and that's not just because it's the only one I watched, but like genuine, that seems to be the general consensus.
It was the only
this was
passable one,
only
yeah.
a really good
Yeah.
one.
Look,
and so like
if
you,
they made like the Thrawn trilogy and did a good job with it, this would have been the Rogue One would have been. It's not the strongest, but hey, I enjoyed watching it. That would be what everyone would say about it.
see, if
Yeah.
they had made Thrawn trilogy, then they would have had to pay that author like lots and lots of money.
Yeah, Timothy Zahn?
Yeah, and they're not about
Yeah.
to pay anyone lots and lots of money.
They literally
That's
paid him
why-
to rewrite the trilogy for a pile of money.
Well, I mean, when they
Mhm.
realized they needed
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
When they
Yeah.
realized that J.J. Abrams was a fucking hack.
Always
Oh my
has been.
God.
He should go back to making TV
Oh,
pilots.
man.
It's what he's good at.
No, he shouldn't. No, not even pilots. He should go back to. He should probably.
Commercials.
But he did the
I-
newer Star Trek movies, right? I thought those were good.
They were okay, but the problem is they really they weren't
They
Star Trek.
smashed the lore.
Yeah,
they
I mean-
destroyed the lore, and they
Yeah.
totally
But also-
changed the vibe of Star
Also,
Trek.
to be fair, there's never been a good Star Trek movie, so I don't think that really the bar wasn't really that high.
Oh, dude, Wrath of Khan? Are you serious?
I mean, whatever. It was all right. It was good, but I mean, it wasn't like I don't know. Just dude, Star Trek
Kino.
movies generally suck.
Kino.
Yeah.
You got
Anyways,
Yeah.
but this is an excerpt from an article quoting the show writers. Please note, over as he blows cool air across the top of his uncapped soy latte. Please note that the Empire is a white supremacist human organization. Screenwriter Chris Weitz.
also, it is a human supremacist.
Mhm.
That's true. Like that is actually true. That's
Well,
lore.
through a
That's, like,
technicality, if you look into the deeper lore of Star Wars, what was it? Palpatine didn't actually give a shit when it came to what species. He only cared about those that could, wield the Force very effectively. That was about it. And for him to be in power. He used the humanocentrism that existed within the Republic to help cement his power in the Empire. There's a reason why
Right,
one of his
yes,
most
yeah.
trusted admirals was Thrawn, a non-human.
Well, yeah, but that was the exception. That
Yeah.
proves the rule, and
Yeah.
they even talk about that in the book.
Yeah.
In
Yeah.
the books.
Yeah.
They talk about how that's very rare for a non-human. That's how good he was,
Yeah.
and even though he's non-human, he
Yeah,
was
yeah.
able to rise up that high.
Ha!
Yeah.
Based.
Yeah,
Extremely
so
based.
it is actually a legit thing. They are not white supremacists; they are just human supremacists.
Well, I think what they're trying
Mankind
to
should
they're
rule
trying
the
to claim that
stars.
human supremacy and science fiction is the sci-fi version of white supremacy. They're trying to link
Yeah,
those two together.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
So he's actually 100% right on this, though.
Yeah,
It's just
Yeah.
really just really
ham-fisted.
smug way of
It's really
Yeah.
ham-fisted.
who
This
who
was
needs to even say-
followed up. This was
Oh, go
followed up by another writer on the film, Gary Whitta, quoting fellow whites' tweets saying, "Opposed by a multicultural group led by brave women."
lame. But also true. Like it's more like multi-ethnic, like multi-species.
Yeah.
And yeah, the leader of the rebellion is a woman, Mon Mothma.
Well,
You
one of
know,
the largest coalitions of rebel groups. Don't forget that the rebellion extremely fragmented until the Death Star event.
yeah.
And not only that, but a lot of the rebels were not nice people.
No, of course not. That's how it
Yeah.
used.
Yeah.
Hey
That's
guys,
realistic.
guess what? None of that matters anymore because Disney owns it now.
Oh my
Yeah.
god! Don't remind me.
Daily reminder, Disney owns and has driven into the ground one of the most popular IPs in history.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And oh my god, it's terrible.
Oh, people don't even give a fuck.
Yeah.
Like new
Oof. Quest is being
release,
spicy
new
tonight.
announcements.
You mispronounced vermin as women. Oof.
Oof. Wow.
By Brave Vermin.
Oh.
Geez, super based.
Oof. Dangerously based. Quest,
Super based.
Quest, are you sure that you want to stay in New York with opinions like that? We love you
Yeah.
here in Texas.
Dude, he's gonna move to Tennessee. It's gonna be all right.
Nah, Texas. Don't
Gonna
go to
get,
Stucky.
like-
Don't go to
He's gonna get
Stucky.
like, dude, Texas wouldn't
Anyway,
exist
dude.
if it wasn't for Tennessee. So boom.
Anyway, so yeah, the idea being that like these people love the position that they're in, they love being able to use it to wield their ideological hammer against you and smash you with their isms and phobias and
Yep.
chuck your childhood intellectual properties full of this shit on the cheap.
Mhm.
Keep in mind, guys, they want to right? They don't want to pay good writers lots
No.
of money.
Yep.
They want to pay people that J.J. Abrams references to them, like fucking rangs them powers.
Do you know how much it
Them
probably?
powers.
Do you know how much it probably
Lord
would have
them
cost
ranks.
Disney to buy the rights from Timothy Zahn for the Thrawn trilogy?
I wonder if they could have paid him straight, just one
Wouldn't
lump
they?
sum.
Yeah, I would
or,
argue they
like,
probably could have gotten away with it for $100,000 million bucks. Sorry, a half a
But
million million
wait.
bucks.
Because hang on,
100
because
million.
wouldn't
try.
wouldn't LucasArts have owned the rights to it? And
Oh
then
yeah,
thereby
Yeah,
because
they
that was the
decided-
agreement. That was
They
part of the
decided
agreement to
that they-
write that.
to do away with it. To do away with it.
Yeah.
They decided to do because they're so great. They're gonna have 3 different directors and 3 different movies in 6 years, and it's gonna all play out. And we don't need a plan to get started. Oh no, J.J. Abrams is a hack. It must be everybody else's fault. The isms and phobias and shit, as we'll
it's
see.
the toxic fandom.
That toxic fandom, the Fandom
Yeah.
Menace.
Yep. Well,
Fandom Menace.
let's move along to the next meme then.
Oh no,
Oh,
the poor
shit.
millionaires. The poor
Think about the
millionaires.
millionaires.
Think about those millionaires suffering their harassment online. They got other people's disagreeing opinions on the internet directed at them. So, Taylor Lorenz, must I read this?
Yes.
Must.
Yes, you have the
All
best
right.
voice for it. I'll be drinking my
If
whiskey.
if your segment or story on online harassment leads to even worse online harassment for your subjects, you fucked up royally, and you should learn how to cover these things properly before ever talking about them again. I could teach an entire class on this stuff, but the simple fact is that very few people in power in newsrooms actually understand how the modern internet and online landscape works, and so they continually give ammo to bad actors. Media companies are like, we'd like to do a story on the horrible bad faith smear campaign against you, but for fairness' sake, we will need to include comment from the people smearing you as a pedophile in order to represent both sides.
As if media companies do that.
Hey, guys, I've
I'm
got a
sorry.
picture of Taylor Lorenz after this tweet storm.
Pedo Hunter
Ah.
556 did not immediately respond for comment.
Yeah.
Right.
So, picture of Taylor Lorenz after this tweet
After
storm.
this,
Yeah.
immediately after this tweet storm.
Yep.
There she
Right.
is.
Yep.
Look, I recognize her immediately.
Hey, we got Mr. Zed in the chat.
Hey, Mr. Zed, what's
What
up?
you drinking tonight, Mr. Zed?
He's had both his shots. Yeah, I recognize her anywhere.
Yep, anywhere.
You see her across the bar, and she's like, stirring her martini, and like, looking wistfully around, and her eyes meet yours for a second. You both look down, but then you both look back at each other. Oh, and it's star-crossed. Just across the bar, that Ed and Taylor were meant to be.
God damn it, Ed.
That's exactly how it would happen.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah. Sounds perfect.
Katie's cooking dinner.
Yeah.
Well, shall we
juice
continue to examples?
Yep. Well, first one. Mojo Wujo calls for government legislation in response to negative Captain Marvel reviews.
Government legislation.
2019.
Yep, I thought I'd reach back into the Wayback Machine to see how far, how many examples.
Hey, there's the Adam's apple. There it is.
Spotted. You
Spotted.
can see it from space.
Brah, I could see that shit from Mars with my naked eye.
Oh,
Oh
Lord.
my God.
This poor thing. I wonder what they did with their campaign funds.
Vacations, expensive dinners, quote unquote meeting voters in other states.
They paid their staff, and their staff did all that for them. Let's see. This anti-Gamergate personality and Revolution 60 developer. That's right. Do you guys remember Revolution 60? That game also only had bad reviews because of misogynies and racismus.
Kind of want to play it on stream now. That would be fun.
Anti-homophobismus.
Oh, it's you can't win. They fucked up the PC build so bad you cannot beat the final boss. The time you have to beat the final boss is -1 second.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's fucking.
Does the mobile version work?
Yes, apparently.
Nice. You need the mobile version, bro.
How are you gonna screen cap that, bro?
I know about that.
You need to point your phone at it.
But yeah, you should play it.
Do like Uncle Ethan and point like an iPad at an iPad.
Oh yes. That is pretty boomer.
Yeah. But
works for him. He points at it with his pencil of scorn.
Yeah.
Pencil of scorn. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's the best way to do things like that. But she's a certified game dev, you understand, and she's in the industry, you guys, and she receives harassment all the time. And she was running on that platform as a progressive candidate. She garnered 22% of the district's vote.
So she's an also-ran?
Yeah, of course. And he shows up on TV now and then and he even went to the UN with this complaint.
Yes, I do remember that.
The UN went to the UN.
Went to the UN place. Where things go to turn upside down and honk their noses like clowns. I don't know. So this Brianna Wu appeared on Bloomberg Tech, where discussed their upcoming campaign with Emily Chang. So like in it, Captain Marvel was targeted by trolls due to featuring a female actress in the lead role, and
It was a
recently
bad movie.
lifted.
Yeah.
Right? Imagine that.
I didn't see it, but I knew that.
And a provocative actress and a fucking antagonistic marketing scheme and fan baiting abound. I wish I had more smug photos, but I've never saved them of old Captain Marvel. What's her name? Brie Larson.
Yeah, Brie Larson, who has no fucking ass.
Yeah,
No
that's very
ass.
unfortunate.
Yeah.
No ass. Not a bit of ass.
Last I checked, pretty much every version of Carol Danvers has a fucking ass. All
Her
of them.
boobs look good if she uses tape, like to hold
Yeah.
them up with her dress.
Rhapsody.
But but I'm telling you, it's not a good scene. And her feet, her feet though, they're pretty bad. It's a marvel, in fact, how bad they are.
It's a marvel. I see what you did there.
But and the thing is, it's they hate it for female. Wonder Woman was well liked by the fans, and that's a female lead.
Yeah,
I mean, there's tons of examples of female leads that are fantastic, but like
Aliens.
They don't care. That's right. They don't care. And they did make it a competition, like, Captain Marvel. Like they wedged it and forced it to make $1 billion by wedging it between the two, tentpole Marvel films. And it was so well liked that it's not getting a sequel. Like it was gonna be Captain Marvel 2, but now it's The Marvels. Okay, and it's all about fucking Ms. Marvel now, the little Kamala Khan. She's the future of the MCU. So, I mean, let's see how well that goes down, right? That'll be soggy knees and xenophobismos.
Well, also the annoying thing is, look, the character apparently in the comics, it didn't sell well, but she was generally liked by those that read it because she seemed like a decent character.
No, she was never a good character. She ended up like doing a whole bunch of crazy shit, like gleefully enforcing a lockdown on planet Earth, led by Captain Marvel, in fact, to the point that she put her own friends in gulag, and when they resisted, like maimed them permanently.
Jesus.
And then like when the storyline progressed and like Captain Marvel was like, "Oops, sorry, my bad. Everyone is free now." Like, yeah. So anyway,
that's crazy.
Yeah, it was a shit comic, and it got rebooted a lot, and now she's gonna be the lead character in The Marvels, okay, which is the only way. Like even Brie the other day in a funny video was like, I don't know, like, does anyone want me to do it again? Like,
no.
I legitimately don't know.
No.
It's like, no, in fact, no one does. No one liked it, and it's not because she's a woman with no ass, all right? She's got a bad attitude. She's got no fucking charisma. She's got no ass.
The character was poorly written because most versions of Carol Danvers
production. Yeah.
Most versions of Carol Danvers starts as a human and either it's and grew up on Earth and she either gains the powers or it's revealed that she's half alien later on, and she's actually got she has a personality in the comics.
Yeah, in this case, she was just Mary Sue. Yeah. She was awesome because she's awesome, and she just needs to believe in herself.
Oh my god. Speaking of Mary Sue, on the bottom, Mary Sue.
The Mary Sue, yeah.
Yeah, the Mary Sue.
All the negative reviews are from men, says the Mary Sue.
Yeah. All men, huh?
That's hilarious.
It's retarded.
Well, that's all. They're just hoping that some guy in the comment section will pick them. Obviously, it's got to be the case.
They're just pick me ass hoes, huh?
Yep. I mean, look at
well, yeah, that's right. I guess we can totally disregard their opinion and delete their reviews and
Right.
change the rules of Rotten Tomatoes to accommodate our fuckery.
I mean, to be fair, they shouldn't, offer reviews before the movie's even out. But, because, yeah, I mean, that's dumb as shit. Just to be like, oh, I don't readings before it even comes out. I think it's kind of ridiculous.
Well,
But-
what about, like, yeah, I'm excited to see this movie. I can't wait to see this movie. Like,
I mean, I
at the
guess.
very, yeah, like, I'm not excited to see this movie. Have you seen what the actor or the fucking screenwriters or have said about it? And about white people in most cases? So, that's fairly useful and obviously
I
gotta
suppose
be
that is
shut
useful.
down. So yeah, these whammons are clearly all men's. They're just trolls.
Right. They're just trolls who use the use the PFP of like some random girl they Googled. I don't know.
Yeah, this person doesn't exist.com.
Right.
Wow.
I wonder if that's a real. Obviously, it's a real website. Of course, it is. It's a website for everything. That's crazy.
Reeling
there is a
Reviews,
face-
US Weekly, Associated Press, Time Magazine. Yeah, those are all fake.
Yep. They're not verified users.
They're not. So, are we done with this one, or do we want to move on?
Yeah, we'll move on.
All right, we'll move on. All
Next one, The Guardian labels Star Wars fans disappointed by Disney sequels as alt-right racist trolls.
right. Alt-right.
Okay,
Especially the
this is
they're
the
always
fans of
like-
the sequel trilogy. This is the old school fans. Like, are you fucking kidding me with this shit?
Yeah, I'm I've always been a fan of the prequels, and I'll defend them to my last breath. But yeah, it just made me like realize. So many other people realize like, oh, wait, the prequels weren't so bad. Like, we shouldn't have complained so much because
Look, they are
I'm
flawed,
sorry.
very
I'm
flawed.
sorry, George.
course.
I'm sorry, George. Forgive our
Hey.
blasphemies.
we
Please.
didn't know.
Well,
We
as
didn't know.
as Razorfist put it, you'll be begging for Jar Jar Binks when Disney's done with you.
That's
Oh,
right.
he's 100% right.
Yeah.
I just want to give him a big hug.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Jar Jar.
You're
Sorry,
cool,
so
Jar Jar. You're cool. You can hang with the bros.
Speaking of harassment, that guy complained about all the fucking harassment he got.
Yeah.
Oh, I bet he did. Yeah, but he's a man, so no one gives a shit.
Nobody gave a
Like-
shit at the time, but
Yeah.
like
Well,
he
certainly
complained
not.
about it, like
Yeah.
to the point he almost committed suicide or whatever.
Jesus. Look.
Yeah, well, I mean, they all say that, don't they?
Yeah.
Show receipts, faggot.
Well, yeah, and at what was it? And at the end of the day, my position with the prequel trilogy is if you aged up Anakin to be like 13, 14 in the first movie, you fix most of the problems.
Huh.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah.
I like the first sentence right here. Can we, as Star Wars fans, all agree on the fact that the Star Wars fan base is toxic? Toxic fan base, dude. First sentence.
I mean, they're pretty
love-
toxic, but I don't call them fans.
I love
True.
bounding into comics.
God, yeah.
It's great.
Well, it's like, okay, is it toxic though? I mean, so I guess because they're gatekeeping, which gatekeeping, by the way, is good.
Yeah.
Like,
If
should
you find
keep-
yourself answering yes to that question, chances are that you're either not really part of the fan base, don't care about Star Wars nor what it represents, or are probably trying to find more things to complain about.
Oh, interesting. It got me then.
It did. You got faggot.
Get got.
You got filtered. Filtered by bounding into comics.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a bit above your reading comprehension level,
must be,
John.
Yeah. Yeah, reading comprehension isn't your forte, is it? Says fucking first name bunch of numbers on Twitter. But yeah.
Jesus, yeah, you're right. Oh my god. You're not nobody's following you.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Opinion discarded.
Says
have
sub
no
200 followers.
Ho, 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 ho. Follow back, please. Is that what it is? Follow back, please.
Oh god.
Oh yeah, follow for follow and shit like that. Like, oh my god. Or like we're getting a little off topic now, but no, like was it like follow trains? Where they like, put your handle in the comments. Follow everyone in the comments. And it's like people, oh my god.
Yeah, and you wonder if shit is bots.
Right.
What's fascinating is that most toxic Star Wars fans are often people who cry over the lack of representation in the franchise, an issue that's never really been a problem throughout Star Wars, about most characters being straight white males, or even about the series being flat out racist. No, seriously. It's hard to read.
Yeah.
Before we dive deep into the last batch of snowflake complaints, let's remember the case of Ahmed Best, who is, yep, here we go, Jar Jar Binks to life.
Yep.
For better or worse, changed his life. Also happens to be the first actor to face massive fan backlash for his role, as fans of all stripes were less than enthusiastic about the clumsy Gungan Jar Jar Binks, who was featured prominently in Star Wars
Okay.
Episode 1, The Phantom Menace.
If Jar Jar Binks was made as a character in the modern Star Wars movie, they would call it racist as fuck.
Yeah. That's definitely
Yeah,
true.
they wouldn't get away with it.
Yeah, no.
A Jamaican broken dialect, which led to Snowflakes getting up in arms and calling him all kinds of racist names because he is not Jamaican, but rather of West Indian descent. Where do SJWs even draw the line when it comes to these things? Well, yeah, indeed. Well, I mean, come on, George. He was in the first 20 minutes of the film, and he never went away for the rest of the film.
Yeah.
It was
If you
like the
toned
Jar
him
Jar
down
movie.
and put him a bit more background, he'd have been a lot more tolerable. He would have been the comic relief.
Right. That's definitely
Yeah.
true. I think that's why they did that in the second and third movies. Like they really toned him. He like was in 2 or 3 scenes,
Mhm.
and like he was not goofy, like at all.
He was naive and gullible, but they needed that at the time.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
1999, you guys. 1999.
That was a good year. I was 9 years old.
Oh, that
Good
was
time.
a fantastic.
I turned
fucking
7
year.
right at the end.
It was a fantastic year, 1999. So,
Yeah.
Links.
In the summer
Ocarina
of '99.
Ocarina of
Wow.
Time, released.
What?
And,
In 99, was it?
was that 98 or 99?
No way. Because I remember playing that when I was younger. Let me see.
So, what else was in 99? Wasn't it like Batman?
98.
And
It was the
like,
end of 98.
Yeah,
so
November
yeah.
'98. So yeah, November '98. Christmas
Yeah, so
season,
fair enough.
'98. So you could argue it's almost a '99 game.
Fair enough.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
I remember
Yeah.
1999 being
Leaf was
defined
born
by
in 99. Crazy. My sister was born in 99. I made fun of her one
Lord,
time.
you
She called
guys.
herself she called herself a 90s kid, so I made fun of her for it. Because she was born in 99. So I was like,
Technicality.
yeah.
No.
Not a 90s kid.
Nah.
Yeah. I don't even call myself a '90s kid because I barely remember the decade.
I was born in the 1990, at the beginning of 1990. So like, I almost all of my
End of
existence
'92.
was in the
Doing
90s.
the right thing, I think.
Quite.
But that was what you call fan backlash. Yeah, everyone kind of felt it.
Apparently, Highleaf was born in '99.
That's what I was saying. Yeah, Leaf was
Yeah.
born in 99. That's why I was talking about my sister being born in 99.
So
That makes you what, like 23?
Yeah, he'd be
so
turned 23 this year.
scroll down, Foker. Some more, because I'm done talking about Ahmed Best. The backlash came from, this may shock you, the media. Scroll down.
Oh, no, down.
These days, things are a little different. Most mainstream outlets have now chosen to side with various Star Wars actors who have faced some level of backlash and more often than not use their stories to push the narrative that fans are antagonistic trolls rather than call out Disney and Lucasfilm for their lack of vision. So the Guardian is playing the game. Oh, Kelly Marie Tran from Rose Tico fame.
Oh, that's right. Oh my God, dude, she was a terrible character. Absolutely awful character.
Oh, those hideous attacks you're leveling against her, John.
I know.
Alt-right troll.
I know. I am an alt-right troll. I'm probably like a racist too, or
You're a
something.
MAGA chud, obviously.
Yeah,
You're gonna
that's
send
Clearly
women
true.
back into the
racist.
kitchen, ban abortions, ban divorce,
Yeah,
put
She's
minorities
a
back in chains.
She is a BIPOC
yeah,
whammon of Kalur. You can't
it is.
level criticism against her character,
That's true.
right?
Just
You're
her
not even
character. Like
fucking.
that's the thing, not the
That's the
actress.
thing. Nobody was fucking criticizing the actress.
Right. It's
The
not her fault
character
the script sucked.
sucked.
It's not her fault the
Right.
script sucked. Like, yeah, that's been a problem with Star Wars forever. Like, it's not the actors don't necessarily do something wrong, but like dialogue has always been clunky in Star Wars. Like, it's just that's kind of how the writing has not been great throughout, even from the beginning.
It still
So,
dooms careers.
oh yeah, but like
Oh
yeah, so
yeah.
that's been a common problem. Though it's not the actor's fault. Like,
But I mean,
same with
she's
like the
even
kid who played
a cute.
Anakin in the
She's
first
even a
one,
cute
right?
actress. She's a cute actress, Kelly
Sure.
Marie Tran. She's like less than 5 foot. She's like, whatever.
That's the
if you're
Asian
into
chick
that
from
sort of-
the seventh
Yeah.
film, eighth film.
7 and 8. I think she
So
No,
was
eight,
about
nine,
anyway,
eight,
I
nine,
don't.
8, 9.
8, 9. Yeah. Wait.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess it was 8, 9. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right.
anyway,
I don't
so
fucking. I've seen each of those once. I don't.
they
Yeah,
made
Rose
her
Tika. Yeah.
look like trash.
Yeah.
They made her look crappy in that film.
Yeah.
She was
Yeah.
an otherwise cute, person, and they made her look like an idiot.
Yeah.
Wasn't she kind
They
of chubby
dressed-
too?
Yeah, they dressed
Yeah.
her. They dressed her like a dumbass. Like,
Well,
made
I mean,
her all
look,
frumpy. Like,
Look,
she was not
there have been plenty of attractive female mechanic characters, for lack of a better term, out there. You know, a little bit of
Yeah.
grease stain on the face. You know, they it always has to be the tank top, and then or shirt sometimes. And then, instead of wearing the coveralls all the time, sometimes they swap to the whole half coverall where they tie it around their waist, turning them into pants
Yeah,
effectively.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah, like a tomboy.
yeah.
Yep.
Make her a cute
Sweaty
tomboy.
with like a headband. And
Yeah, make her a
stuff.
cute tomboy. Problem
Plus, the
solved.
thing is, tomboys don't
Oh,
exist.
dude, tomboys. Yeah, dude, they're
They don't
being
exist.
they're
They're
being
just
pushed
trans.
out of existence. That's right. They're just trans. That's
Yeah.
right. Holy fuck! It's the ultimate crime against humanity.
Mm.
The
For real,
removal
yeah.
of
They should have arrested Dr. Money for pedophilia and hanged him.
probably Dr. John Money.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Definitely true.
anyway, so stop leveling your hideous attacks, you alt-right troll John, against
Yeah.
Kelly Marie
to-
Tran
I need to
as a
check
person,
my.
as an individual, right? Check your white privilege, your
Right.
clearly white male
My
privilege.
white male. I'm probably rich too. I mean.
Also, don't talk
I
about how
forget that
Asians
whole
are on
thing.
average are richer and less likely to be in jail and do better in school. Don't
Yeah,
talk
we
about
don't
that.
talk
Yeah.
about that because
Until it's
Asian
convenient.
people are basically white. They're
Yeah.
politically
That-
white.
Yeah.
So
No, that's white supremacy enforcing the model minority myth.
that's right. Yeah,
The
for model
myth of the
minority.
model minority.
Oh my god, dude!
Right.
I swear they have an answer for everything, and it's all shitty, but like it works somehow. Like I don't know how they get it to work.
Quest, I do have a slight weakness for tomboys.
Linguistic pill pull.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Seawall's into weird stuff.
into into weird stuff.
What?
Just a little,
You guys have
little
never
Asian tomboys.
a crushed on a cute tomboy?
Of course,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm not trying to say it's weird to like a tomboy. I mean, when I was a kid, I did. Like now, I mean, no,
Yeah.
not really. I like my women feminine.
Well,
You
the
know?
thing is, there is such thing as the feminine tomboy. They have moments where they're tomboys, but other times, they're feminine.
Yeah. Like legit, like my wife shrieks when there's a bug. what I mean? Like that. I'm talking feminine.
Yeah.
Like, she's like,
John, are we sure that you're not the one that shrieks like that when you see a bug?
I didn't say that I don't. What I'm saying is that she does. Okay.
So, John, so who has the higher pitch? Is it you? Do you have the higher pitch?
We haven't tested. We should test that. That'll be fun.
John shatters wine glasses when he sees a bug.
All right, so scroll her down. They're talking about how the media was the one leveling these attacks against the actors and stuff.
Yeah.
And George Lucas for doing it the wrong way. He added diversity to his universe, but no, he did it wrong because he used stereotypes. Stereotypes.
And the fans were like, "These characters are terribly written."
Yeah, well, I mean, when you let George Lucas do literally whatever he wants without, reining him in,
there are a lot of creators that you need to tell
like
no.
that. Yeah, and if he surrounds himself with his own money and yes men, then
Well, I think that's what his. I think I remember hearing about this. I think it was something like why the prequels were worse than the original was because by the time he got around to doing the prequels, he didn't have anyone to tell him no or that sucks or anything like that.
Yeah, if he just had a couple of guys that just told him no.
It was a collaborative. It was a collaborative work, even with his wife, like the original movie.
Yeah, right. The original, and he had people to tell him like, no, this is stupid. This sucks.
Yeah, it was collaborative. He had good people working with him, including his wife, who was like, "No, honey, this doesn't work."
The studio would be like, "No, that sucks." But once it's like, okay, well, it's 3 movies in, when you're trying to do the prequels, it's like, oh well, he's George Lucas, let him work.
He's George fucking Lucas. Yeah,
right.
Let him do whatever he wants, man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We'll make that happen. Yes, sir.
Yeah, and again, there is good concepts in them. It's just they are not the best executed, and small changes could have easily fixed the series.
Oh yeah.
Making it, would it have been, the best series ever? No, but it would have been damn good.
Dude, Revenge of the Sith was a fucking phenomenal movie.
Yeah. I still say there's some improvements to direction of the characters and writing.
There can always be improvements,
yeah.
But just the way that it was, everything
fell into place.
Right, everything just kind of fell into place. It just completed the entire saga, not just the trilogy, but the entire saga.
But guys, I'm gonna have to take the executive decision and move on to the next article for time purposes. So next one, Ghostbusters director Paul Feig insinuates racism was cause for film's box office failure.
Racism.
Oh, oh, you know it. Paul Feig is one of those big brains. He's effeminate and soy sipping. I love the photo of him where he's on the couch and he's got his foot all up and he's oh, whimsical in his little fucking suit and shit. Fuck that guy. Fuck that guy. Fuck Paul Feig.
He wanted a dance scene in a musical number. It's the fuck. I mean, you could pull it off, but you really have to plan for it well.
Why did they think this would work? They recruited a guy who does exclusively female-centric parodies. That's all he's known for in the past.
Paul Feig. Sorry, we're mispronouncing it. It's Paul Feig.
Paul something, yeah.
Paul Feig, yeah.
Can't stand him. Oh my god, and he's so smug. He's just oh, well, they're just misogynists and racists. They just don't like women in leading roles. It's motherfucker, they picked you on purpose to be provocative, and we didn't know this at the time. We thought, no way they can be this stupid. It's no, they are on purpose though.
Well, and then there was Ghostbusters Afterlife, which had a couple of female lead characters, and it's or at least female sidekick. Well, it had a female lead character. It's okay, we're fine with her.
Right. Yeah. No, that's absolutely correct.
Yeah.
I've never seen Ghostbusters 2. I've only ever seen the original.
Yeah.
It's watchable. It's not as good. It's watchable
I've
though.
heard.
It's fun.
Yeah,
It's fun.
it's trying to capture lightning in a bottle for a second time, and it just
Yeah.
doesn't quite reach it.
Well, you know what, guys? Quick shout out to World Class Bullshitters. It's a good media critique channel, and he did a good breakdown of Ghostbusters as a franchise in particular, and he discussed like the history of it, including like Dan Aykroyd and all of that, like the writing and the ideas behind it, some of the ideas for the original third movie before the passing of that they held out on until that actor died, and then like they didn't want to do it after that, and then so how Sony came around and he broke down how Paul Feig, this asshole, showed up, and he's only and how it began the era of fan baiting.
Yeah.
Like this was it.
Well,
This was
also
it.
the
You
thing
don't
is, it's
like
not
it
working
because of
anymore.
women.
Though we have an article about that later about fan baiting as the new tactic. But the thing is, it's a short-term gain, long-term loss strategy.
Yeah.
Because people just become numb to it.
Yeah,
Well, I think
anytime
they
I
just-
hear something new's coming out, I'm like, meh,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, the
like,
thing is,
when
the
they put
biggest
this
thing
up,
I've heard for the last 4 months is that thanks for ruining my childhood. Okay, and then people say, oh, it's so dramatic. Okay, people grew up with this stuff, and they're fond of it. So, wait, I know it's not the best analogy, but imagine, you had a dog when you were growing up. If somebody were to dig up his corpse, and beat it with a shovel, that would do some damage to your memories of that dog, wouldn't it? And and while you still have the pictures and memories of, in the form of, you can always watch the original, every time something bad comes out using an IP, it lowers the chance of something good coming out later on.
Back in 2018, Feig compared the film to Hillary Clinton's election, claiming they both were caught in a misogynistic vortex. Oh, Lord.
Oh, God.
It's a vortex. It's a vortex of misogynies.
Blames 2016 election for film's failure. No, you can only blame yourself, you soy-filled cuck.
Damn.
Jesus.
So,
yeah, no.
How are your wives' kids doing?
He doesn't have a wife, dude.
Good.
He doesn't even have a beard. He's out gay. Scroll her down, no. There he is, right fucking there. Look at his ass in his suit.
Fucking guy.
His little suit.
What the fuck is that behind him?
Are those Funko Pops? I don't know.
Yeah, a wall of plastic crap.
Are those like medals? Coins?
I have no idea.
They're
Those
weirdly
look like
displayed. Whatever they
Yeah.
are.
Now, in a recent interview with SiriusXM, Feig is doubling down on his comments from 2016. When asked about Ghostbusters' experience and to reflect on it, Feig stated, "I think some scroll it down now." Dude, I need you to scroll it down.
I'm sorry, I
There
was
we go.
sipping whiskey.
Indeed.
How dare you.
Sip and scroll. Sip and scroll.
You got two hands, right?
That's right.
Right?
No, he needs to drink with two
Right?
hands from his sippy cup.
What are you
No,
doing
when I'm
with
dealing with
your
whiskey, I usually prefer drinking with my right hand because I smoke with my left.
hand? Oh my.
He then insinuated it was because of rumor racisms. Everyone went to boiling point. I don't know how it was. If it was having African American president for 8 years teed them up or something, but they were just ready to explode. In 14 or 15, when I announced I was going to do it, it started. This tape of Donald Trump going like, "And now the Ghostbusters are women. What's going on?"
He was making fun of it. Calm down. He was
I like
making
how
a
they
joke.
Can't do anything without mentioning Trump.
Yeah.
Like he has nothing to do. I mean, that's in the article. That's fine, but like I'm talking about the people. Like who are...
John, we're losing here. John, we're losing John. Damn it. Damn it. They got him.
Wait, what?
John must be governable now. They got him.
Wait, Wait, what happened? No, no one got me.
Yeah,
I'm here.
you're shitty
The
though.
fuck?
Yeah.
But no.
It's crazy how people got nuts
Okay.
about women trying to be in power or being in positions they weren't normally in. It was ugly, ugly year. Yeah. All right, bye,
Yeah.
Quest.
Nighty night quest.
Oh, see your quest.
All right. Were we getting ready to
Move on.
yeah, 60 Metascore and a 2.8 user score on Metacritic.
Yeah, that's bad.
Bro,
Yeah,
Paul, your
I mean,
movie
that's bad.
sucks.
Even the critics are like, nah. I mean,
It's powerful and womensy. It's got beautiful, stunning, and hilarious actress. Um, what was Leslie
Leslie something.
Leslie Jones.
something?
Was
Leslie
it Leslie
Jones.
Jones?
Leslie Jones.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like
Who is playing
it
the
was
most stereotypical black woman you could play.
right. Wasn't
It's like,
her all
Jesus
her
Christ.
lines like what and
Yeah,
like
she was
hell nah?
extremely
Shit.
stereotypical, like inner city black chick.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
What a ridiculous. Like, I mean, I get putting that in there. That's fine, but like, I don't know. Like,
It's
imagine being like,
progressive,
oh,
John.
she's a great actress. Look at her doing what black women stereotypically do.
Yeah.
Right. Look at this powerful display of acting prowess. Her being obnoxious and insufferable. Wow, it's so believable. How did she do it?
It's so believable. Yeah.
Yeah.
I bet she talks in movie theaters too. You know.
I'll bet you she fucking does. Then I'll bet you she makes a post about it on Twitter talking about people complain when I talk in movie theaters. But I just be like, and posts a gif of like,
Of a
some
black woman
sassy.
like rolling
That's right.
her eyes or
Yeah,
whatever.
that's
Like,
right.
And look,
yeah.
again, there was a female black character in the new movie. She was basically just stereotypical small town girl.
Oh man.
So it actually broke
Black
stereotypes.
Angry as a racist, misogynist homophobia. I don't think that black women exist in small town America. That
Well,
doesn't
no, they don't,
belong.
right?
Some do.
Well,
Not many, but some.
No, I mean, of course, yeah. No,
certainly not
well,
enough to be like every other person in a fucking community, that's for sure.
that's
You know what's
definitely
ridiculous? Like, the point to which it reaches, like in Lord Law Dem Rangs, when every setting is full of like Asians and blacks and
yeah.
Latinos, and like, how does any society, stick out? Like, be unique? Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I see. I'm starting to notice. I'm starting
Yeah.
to notice that it's almost like these societies and the settings that the audience is taken to and switched between and are supposed to be different, but all look the same, seem to blend together and don't have any meaningful identity.
Also, if they wanted to, do something with Asians, they could have done a story about what's happening with the Easterlings and the Blue Wizards. You know how little is written about them? You could have done almost anything.
Whatever they fucking wanted.
No, that's a lot of work. I'd rather just like throw them in and just be like, look, it's diverse.
Look, it's that character you love, except diverse now. And don't you love it? It's
Moving
Jesus
on.
on women.
Speaking of, I've red pilled my now wife on the replacement of redheads in Hollywood
Yeah, it's like every redhead replaced with a black. It's weird.
every time. Yeah, it's
Every
true.
single time.
Yeah, and she started
It's
like naming them
actually
off, and she's like, "Oh yeah, that is a thing." Like,
Yeah.
yeah. She started being like, "Oh yeah, there's like this one, this one, this one." Like Annie was one of the ones that she brought up.
Yep.
Like, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm telling you, it's a real thing."
I-
Like I don't know what it is,
Doesn't-
maybe because of the whiteness
Iris
of the white.
West,
I don't know.
Wally
doesn't that
West from
trace-
DC.
Doesn't
Yeah.
that trace back to Jacob and Esau? Like,
Uh,
I'd look more into that.
don't know.
I'll post about
Well,
it.
here's the next one. Rotten Tomatoes announces new audience score changes with verified ratings and reviews. Doesn't address fake critic reviews.
Yeah, thanks, Rotten Tomatoes.
Articles.
So much more usable now, right?
Yeah, it's just their paymasters like, change this so we can get one more cycle of people trusting you to go to some city movies, and then no one will care about you anymore.
Users who want to verify their ratings and reviews simply choose where they bought their ticket when leaving their rating and or review. If we can match their Rotten Tomatoes account to their account used to buy their ticket, their rating and review will be verified. So basically marketing, okay? Data harvesting.
Yeah.
And then also like they didn't understand that like when their ratings still suck, it's going to illustrate that these people, yes, indeed, watched the film, paid to see it anyway, probably walked out. And when they say that they walked out of it, they're probably worth believing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've only ever walked out of one movie in my entire life.
I don't think I ever have.
What movie was that?
The Aragon movie.
Oh, yeah, that one really pissed
Dude.
you off, didn't it?
Oh my god, because I loved that series when I was a kid, when I was like teenager or whatever. It was perfect YA. Like it came out at this perfect time. I was just the right age for it, all that kind of shit.
Eragon.
Yeah, it's dragon but with an E instead of a D. Aragon. Dude, that movie was absolutely fucking god awful.
Trash.
It didn't even leave itself open for a sequel. Like it was rushed. They're like, let's get to the end as quickly as possible.
They did the same thing with Ender's Game.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely
the thing
true.
is, Ender's Game is such a dense book. It needs 2 movies.
Boy, you guys sound like real racist, homophobic misogynists right now. Criticizing films?
So be it.
Are you serious?
But we're praising the original source material.
These are what our masters have handed down to us from our beloved IPs. They own them now, and if we don't like it, yeah, that's right. If we don't like it, we can just make our own IPs, right? Our own childhood IPs.
Right. But like, dude, yeah, Ender's Game. Like, do you know how many times I've read that? Like, I've had to own 2 copies of it because the first one, like, pages were getting like the binding was coming apart. Like, because of how many times I've read that book. Like,
serious?
Yeah, absolutely. I love that book. The movie, I think it was better than Aragon. The movie was way better than Aragon. It was at least tolerable. It told the same story. Like, you could recognize it as Ender's Game. Yeah,
Aragon,
so it was all right.
So. Aragon, not
Aragon,
so.
not at all. It's completely different. If you didn't know that it was Aragon, you would be like, "What is this?"
Generic fantasy trash. Kind of like the one that Amazon is making right now. Generic fantasy Mary Sue garbage.
Yeah. So it's been going on for quite a while, but that was just a quick. I think it was Warner Brothers that did it. It was just a quick money grab for them.
One of the things that I'm glad about is there's a book series called The Dresden Files that I quite enjoy, urban fantasy mystery novels, effectively. And the earlier in the series, a TV studio basically leased the rights to make something of it, and they failed so utterly and horribly. But it was fortunate that no one saw it, so it didn't damage the brand. So the author has much more creative control over the second go around. Apparently, there's a mini series being made by a smaller studio. That's apparently more faithful.
Funny.
Yeah,
because that's apparently what's happening with Aragon right now. Except for Christopher Paolini is taking direct control over it.
Nice.
Because he recognized the mistake that he made. I mean, he was young.
Yeah,
he's like 20 something, like early 20s when
he's like, I'm gonna get me a movie deal like Harry Potter, and I'm gonna
no, it's a TV show, which is a much better format for a book like that. To do it in a TV show style.
Well, book 1 is season 1, obviously.
I don't even know about that.
Yeah,
I mean, I
or-
wouldn't even put one. I don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
several seasons.
Chapter 1 is like season.
I want the fucking story told, man. That's all I
Well,
want.
remember,
It's a
you
great
can't
story.
go too slow though for an audience. You have to make some
No,
concessions
fuck
to make
them.
it
No,
reasonable.
fuck them. If they don't, no, if they don't appreciate it, they don't get to watch it.
Oh, well,
Fuck
okay.
them.
Damn it, John.
Filtered.
Right.
Filtered.
Yeah, but if you overfilter,
filtered.
all you get out is distilled fucking water.
Don't
Get
care.
filtered.
I want the goddamn story told. How it's supposed to be told.
And you
We
probably could.
demand
And you probably could fit that first book into a 13
Into a
episode
season.
season. Yeah.
we
But after that,
demand
though, the books get a lot bigger after the first
Yeah,
one.
and
So
then you can make
we-
slightly longer seasons or do more arcs.
we demand Kino. We demand Kino
Oh,
at the highest.
Oh, we got
quality.
we got a bot. Hold on.
yeah, no, I got it.
You gonna swing the hammer?
Report.
Wait, I can't ban.
You have to report them.
You cannot ban. Here
Most terrorism.
Here I was hoping we got a new audience member. Lame.
I've
Nope,
hidden
not
the
us.
I've hidden the user messages close to
Perfect.
do the ban.
It's weird. We can't ban.
Yeah. Well,
Like, ban.
moving on.
Moving on up. All right, let me go get another drink real quick.
Yeah.
BRB.
Again, just more Ron Band redesigns again. Different
To
verse. same-
remove audience interest score. Yeah, see, so they called it review bombs when the audience was like, we are not interested in this movie. Right? The fucking actress has complained about white men repeatedly in the past. We feel like we are being antagonized through your marketing scheme, and we think your actress is unappealing, both visually and personality-wise. We will not be seeing your movie, and without respect, we reject. Signed the Fandom Menace.
Yeah. What's going on now? We're ready.
Instead, they removed the audience interest score. So, like, I'm interested in this movie.
Oh, okay.
50% of the audience is interested in seeing this movie. Right? They removed that because Captain Marvel got tanked. Yeah, no, Disney, who has a former exec working as an exec at Rotten Tomatoes, basically made a phone call and ran cover for Captain Marvel. It had to make $1 billion. It had to.
Had to.
No, you don't understand. It had to because Star Wars had cost Disney $2 billion.
More
and so
than that.
they needed to cram Captain Marvel in between the two tentpole Marvel movies by the end of that year, so as to fucking save their asses for their revenue for that year. Because goddamn, if Star Wars didn't take an ass kicking.
Oh god, yeah. Star Wars, I think, is still in the red by a lot.
For sure.
And it's getting worse.
It's not getting any better, that's for sure.
No, they're getting more in the red.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, like, Star Wars itself as an IP is not getting any better.
No, and that's very unfortunate. I mean, Mandalorian was really good.
Yeah, but the problem is season 2 went heavy in the nostalgia, and I'm worried about season 3 with what I saw from the Book of Boba Fett.
Yeah. See, I didn't watch that. Or I didn't watch Kenobi.
Technically, it's Mandalorian 2. Season 2.5.
Yeah. Well, speaking of Mandalorian 2.0,
yeah.
I think it was, what was it? Paramount had the Halo show.
Oh god.
I watched a little bit of that. It is the Mandalorian. It's the same concept.
Yeah. Which is fine in that universe, just don't do it with Master Chief.
Isn't one of the fucking Spartans a black woman with the side of her head shaved?
Okay, so I think so, yeah. but that's also
Well,
canon. So
Yeah.
that's, I mean, I'm not mad at that. Like there were plenty of female Spartans.
all
Um,
right.
I mean, so it was already canon. I have no problem with that as long as they didn't like change it out just for that,
Yeah.
right? Like their best shot, the sniper is what was her name? Linda.
Mhm.
And then like Kelly was the fastest one. Like there's
Yeah.
Grace was another one. Like there's plenty of females. There's even
Well, they're also
one
heavily
Spartan that
genetically
went
engineered and
on.
cybered up.
Well, yeah, of
So,
course,
Yeah,
yeah,
I mean, we're
and
breaking the
were
rules.
they strong
right.
black women with the side of their head shaved
Well, that's
who
the thing is
probably
there's even
batted for the
one.
other
There's
team?
even one Spartan. Her name was Maria, that became a trad wife.
Mhm.
Like she actually
Oh,
left
that's cute.
and
Yeah.
like ended up having a normal life, like getting married and having children and shit.
Yeah.
Like
How,
so, I
Well,
mean,
also, again, the thing is, in the Halo universe, if you want to make a good Halo series, don't make Master Chief a main character. That's number one rule. Because
yeah,
he
I
is
agree.
boring as a brick.
Well, yeah, he has no like
Yeah.
personality really.
By design.
Right. No, that's
Yeah.
fine. Yeah,
I mean,
I
I
have no
think
problem with
some
how,
that.
books have given him a little bit of personality, but he's always a side character. Or always kind of, he's always the Deus
Well,
Ex Machina.
so the first
Yeah.
two books in the series, are of him as the main character, right? Because it's him going through
oh
training,
Yeah.
God,
right? So when
I
he's a
get
kid, he's going through
shitternet. You
training.
guys start talking about Halo lore.
Yeah.
All
Well, we can
right.
move on,
Well,
but
yeah,
yeah, I mean, the first two
please.
books were great, and they had him as the main
Mahalo.
character. But yeah,
Mahalo, he's a
he's
pretty cool
cool. He's a cool
guy.
guy. Doesn't afraid of anything. Shoots aliens. All that nonsense.
That's right. He sure does.
He does
He's a
not afraid.
hero. He's a hero to all of us.
He is an hero to us all.
Siwal, I believe we shall.
And move on?
Let us shall.
Yep, we shall.
Oh, look,
Yeah.
John was just heaping
Yeah.
on the awful
Over here,
toxic.
use from so.
And again, in this, she looks fine.
Yeah,
She could be. Look,
the
again,
hell?
you,
That does
you
not look like
modify
the
her
same
look
person.
just a little bit. Swap to the whole, what was it? Swap to the whole kind of Grace Monkey tomboy look, and she'd be
Yeah.
fine.
Yep, she'd be
Yeah.
cute even.
Yeah,
Appealing,
she'd be
baby.
cute, appealing, and it also kind of lends itself a little bit to badass, more than what she was.
So instead, what we got was her wearing a potato sack
It's pretty much, yeah.
and a shitty hairdo.
Yeah.
And she wasn't supposed to be
Yeah,
appealing.
well,
Apparently
again,
she's 5'2", by the way.
yeah,
Yeah,
and
I'm typing her
again,
name in right now, and that's the first thing
Yeah.
that comes up. Kelly Marie Tran, height 5'2".
and again, what they could have done is they could have kept the potato suit, just have her tie it off at the waist.
She's wee.
Yeah, she's kind of like she looks fucking. That's a completely different person.
She's
It's gotta
petite.
be like
Yeah.
that's crazy. How shitty they made
She's
her
got
look.
like
She's
an
like
hourglass
chubby.
figure, right?
She's like chubby, and
yeah.
like she's got like a chubby face, and like her hair's all fucked up. Which is, I mean, fine, whatever. She's a mechanic or something.
Yeah.
So fine, but like, there's just those are two completely different
But
pictures.
yeah, but Kelly Marie Tran
Right.
herself has like an hourglass figure, and like
Right.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's weird.
And again, as I
They
said,
never
do this
seen
on
her
they
before.
purpose.
they should, if they just went for the cute tomboy mechanic, and
It would've
then
been fine.
completely rewrote the character, of course. Otherwise,
Naturally.
Right.
So
yeah.
scroll down.
Yeah, there it
You
is.
need to understand.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's completely different. Fucking,
Yeah.
that's ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Because just going off of her face and what little you see of her figure, you think she's kind of overweight or pudgy.
scroll up.
Yeah, like
Just
a little
a little
chubby,
bit.
just a
Yeah.
little bit, like not,
Yeah.
Oh my god, not that much. Fuck.
no, not ridiculously, but like just a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh my god, scroll up. Fuck. Stop right there. Just stop.
Don't move.
All right. So again, though noticeably missing any evidence or examples of the online harassment that prompted her departure. At the beginning of the essay, the actress talks about being a female and non-white left her feeling that she belonged in the margins and spaces. She goes on to relate how beginning of her life she did not want to use Vietnamese for bullying purposes. Waitress had mistaken her for a foreign exchange student. Oh my God, what a horrible, embarrassing moment. Oh
I mean,
God, this is
okay,
so
yeah,
awkward. I could never fucking recover from such
Well,
a
right.
also,
misunderstanding.
are you in an area that has a lot of
Foreign
Asian
exchange.
exact? So it might be one of those roll the dice things. Statistically speaking, it's
Examples
likely.
like that enforced a narrative that she made her feel as the other. All right,
Yeah.
scroll down.
Yeah.
Scroll.
Really
I
scroll.
mean,
Yeah.
obviously, until I can read something.
Oh,
All right.
she also was dating a white boy at 17. So
Of course.
yeah.
Well, that's gonna be a problem, yeah, in the Asian world.
They're
They,
actually, as long as the white guy is a hard worker and intelligent, they're fine with adding them to the family. It's when they are burnouts that they hate them. Same thing with Asian boys. They kind of hold them to a similar standard. Just white boys slightly higher. They kind of expect a bit more out of them.
You know, I was talking to someone earlier about something along these lines. Like, she's complaining that, like, the quote society was crafted for one type of person, one sex, one skin tone, one existence, right? And what I was going to mention is, like, she's saying her parents did. A lot of people who came to the United States, it's a white culture for a white type of person, but like these people wanted to be American. Like, even among white folks, like Europeans, like Germans and Polish immigrants and Italians and even Latinos are used to try and get their kids away from speaking the native language, and got them to speak English in the house, like in practice, like to be American. Like,
hmm.
that's just what a lot of people used to feel like was necessary. They
Well, it
came to
kind
Yeah,
of
this
is.
country well, it is. You're right. It
yeah.
ought to be.
Like
There ought to
I mean,
be a sense of pride
I've
in
known people, especially Hispanic people, who, as they were growing up, their parents would not allow them to speak Spanish outside of the
ex-
house.
that's what I'm saying.
Like,
Exactly.
yeah, yeah.
Exactly that.
They
They
say, like,
want
if we leave the house, you cannot speak Spanish. We're English
yeah.
only when we leave the house. Inside the house, whatever, you know. But
Well, some even go as far as saying, no, you're speaking English in the house. Mom and Dad, we can speak
right.
Spanish, but you ain't speaking Spanish in this house.
Some of them did
Yeah.
that too.
Yeah.
I'm sure they did, yeah.
Absolutely.
But
Yeah, and
I
those
mean,
kids
They
I'm saying the
tend to
want
people
him
be.
to.
Yeah.
that was the experience they said,
Yeah.
they had was
Mm-hmm.
if they walk out the door, they're not allowed to speak Spanish at all.
Mm-hmm.
It was like, holy shit. But I mean,
So
it's
I
also a
mean,
great way of learning both languages, right?
Yeah.
well, I mean, it's certainly a great way of assimilating to a culture that's going to host you and
Yeah.
your family, for presumably generations, especially if we're paying for you in a lot of cases.
Well, most of them were New Yorkers that I'm talking about, but yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean, it's the same for Ecuadorians and, Salvadorans and
Yeah, of course.
Vietnamese
Mm-hmm.
and people and Germans and Poles and Italians, and it's the
Yeah.
case. They don't want their kids speaking the mother tongue. They want
Mm-hmm.
them speaking English. They want them to be American kids,
Right.
and that's worthy.
Mm-hmm.
That's like something worth something. You don't have to be white. No, but there's a certain type of person for whom the society is 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 catered. Like, and if you want to benefit from it, then conform. If not, like, make your own way. I mean,
Yeah.
right? That's
Yeah.
fine with me. That's cool. Just like, hey, we're over here. You do you, right? Until you start making me call you a woman because you put on a dress, or like forcing me to, like,
Right.
or stuff like that, or telling your kids that they and their ancestors are bad people for the way they look. I never used to be about that shit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about you guys. Pretty sure it's the same.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean,
I mean, here they are leveling these accusations against us when these people are just projecting. Look at Kelly Marie Tran projecting, and the media
literal
taking
erasure
that.
of culture. I wouldn't be surprised if your parents were in kind of pushing you to do that.
Right? She's saying that.
Yeah.
She
I mean,
said that.
I mean, if you were trying to preserve your culture, do you think your parents would have let you date a white kid?
Of course not.
No.
Yeah, there you go, dude. There you go, dude. Get the American experience, huh?
Yeah.
So. Brainwashed into viewing her existence as otherness, where children of color don't spend their entire adolescence wishing to be white.
Or you could just hang out with people that are nice to you and are cool with you, and just not care.
Jesus Christ.
You know?
Imagine centering your entire existence around your racial identity.
Well, does she have much else?
Pretty fucking retarded.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Imagine then, living in a white country and comparing yourself to white people all the time, constantly.
Well, I've got
like if I moved to Vietnam and I'm like, all these Vietnamese people around here, this Vietnamese privilege around here,
jeez,
fucking absurd. Like,
my culture is being erased.
Right.
No one serves cheeseburgers around here.
No one's speaking English to me. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I have to learn their language? Oh my god, how horrible. Like, shut the fuck up.
What are you, some kind of colonizer, John?
Well, apparently. Moving on to the next one.
It's only colonizing when white people do it, so that's true, yeah.
Call critics
and here
racist.
We are, 3 years later. We've been using articles from 2018 and 19, haven't we, boys?
Yeah.
Look at here we are. We are here. Look at that, like, high dollar value production there from the screenshot. That just looks like $1 billion right there, doesn't it?
God, I think Amazon's pulling the fucking ripcord. They screwed up on this one royally.
They can't.
Well, no, because there was an actual article that came out and said, like, now that it's over, we can admit
it sucks.
Power, whatever it's fucking called, Lord of the Rings, Ring of Power.
Rings of Power,
sucks.
yeah.
Law them rings.
Yeah,
law them rings. We was king. Well, anyway, like, no, now that it's over, we can stop calling people racists for not liking it. And because we didn't like it the whole time, and we weren't racists.
Yeah.
Right, we gave it a chance. We gave it the whole season or whatever the fuck their argument was. Like,
yeah,
you can admit that it sucks, but we're not like these people who.
We're not like these people who said it sucks since day one, even though it did.
Like, we're still morally superior to them.
That's right. We're still maintaining our moral superiority because we think the right way. Jesus, don't you hate them? Dude, don't you hate them? I hate them. I don't know about you guys. I fucking hate them.
I don't have, like, room to hate people.
I mean, I don't think about them, but every time it comes up, I realize, like, I remember.
I'm apathetic to most of this stuff. I'm like, whatever, moving on.
No,
I definitely have a visceral reaction. That's true.
I hate the fucking the practice of, like, the manifestation of this fucking philosophy, like. That is the visceral reaction. Yes, that's what it is. It's like I feel it in my gut.
Well,
yeah, I mean, like, I don't know.
I've got to move us on a bit more quickly. Timing is a bit of an issue.
I don't want a bit of this bullshit. Like, speaking of not having room, I don't have room for this bullshit.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep.
Like 3 years later, and we're doing the same stupid shit.
3 more years later.
Right? Oh, Moses Ingram. So here, 3 years later, we finally get someone giving us receipts. So what are the receipts? Can we see them? Can we see the receipts?
Even in here? It's just screenshots from the show, it looks like. That kind of looks cool. That looks like a good scene.
Your days are numbered.
Your days are numbered.
Okay. But that's not even a threat, really. Like, you are not the first Star Wars fool.
You suck, loser. You're a diversity hire and won't be loved or remembered for this act. This one just right on the fucking target. Just, boom, right in the center. Right through the other arrow.
God damn.
Yeah.
Bitch got receipts, but ain't never.
The diversity hire human shield operation get behind the darkies is real. Oh my god, that's so funny, dude.
Hey yo, Kenobi, you ain't finna run forever, white boy. Get back here.
The St. George of Floydium.
God damn, these are just spicy.
These are just fucking trolls.
Yeah, shit posting spicy. That's all it is.
Oh, my racist misogynies.
Oh my god.
Don't choose to be a racist.
She should have died in that season.
I don't
we
know.
are
I never
proud to welcome Moses Ingram.
Yeah.
There are more than 20 billion. Oh, okay.
20 million sentient species in the
galaxy. Don't choose to be a racist, says Twitter verified Star Wars.
Yeah. Well, some of those races are like, literal brain-eating parasites.
Right. Well, some of those races are.
Others are
like
genocidal maniacs.
Evil, like always evil. Like, yeah.
I didn't see one message referring to her directly as a she-boon or like anything with direct racial connotations.
I mean, there was some in the last one right here. There
were implications.
Yeah, but it's just stereotypes.
Yeah, I mean, so that's probably the worst, quote unquote, worst one.
That's the worst example that they've got for us.
Right, that's not even that fucking bad.
Again, dude. Where's She-boon? Where's like
this shit talking about you're a diversity hire?
That one was just on target.
It was like no fucking
no lie detected. Fact check true.
Right, you are a diversity hire. You won't be loved or remembered for this acting role.
No, God, she won't. She won't.
No, she won't. No, no one gives a fuck.
They're talking about giving her a show and everything. I'm like, it's gonna not do well because you're a fucking nobody in the universe.
Please give her a show. Please go ahead. Please. Spend up $100 million on the third sister. We'll all show up to make fun of it for the first episode and then leave you hanging. And we'll sail the 7 seas, the high seas, to do it.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
It's going along.
High seas.
Yes, dude. I might do that as well.
Back to 2011.
Uncle Ethan is mentioned here.
That's right.
And Itchy Becca.
Itchy Baka is pretty great.
Itchy Baka? What? Yeah. I don't even know what an Itchy Baka is, but okay.
He's on Twitter. You never seen him on Twitter?
No. Not that I know of.
He's great. Itchy Baka, he's a good follow. If he's still on Twitter, if he hasn't been deleted.
Let's find out. Looks like he is. Wait.
Nice.
It's got like a... Okay.
Yeah, he's a Wookiee. Yeah. Like, from the Christmas special.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, the Christmas special.
Why do they keep showing this image? No one wants to remember this scene.
Yeah, that was really weird.
No one. No one.
Dude, they want to remind you what they took from us.
Right. All right, so
we didn't need to know where the blue milk came from. No one was asking.
Right, the blue milk thing was really fucking weird.
Yeah,
it was really
did that
strange.
Subvert your expectations, you guys?
I'm not gonna lie, it did.
Yeah, but
you got brained. You got brained by Brain Johnson.
I suppose, man.
By Ryan Roundhead, Big Brain Johnson.
Yep.
Yeah, he wanted half the audience walking out loving it, and half the audience walking out saying it was the worst film they'd ever seen.
Yeah. And they probably ruined that island in Ireland. Like, that's where it was. That was where that spot was filmed. That island that was there, that was like off the coast of Ireland. They ruined that fucking... I don't want to go there.
Even
never wanna
if
see it.
no nation claimed it and you could, go there and be left alone forever, you wouldn't even claim it then.
I was still like, I'd rather live under the government than fucking go there.
You'd
Like,
rather be governable.
right?
Well, here we go. Fan beta is a movie marketing strategy. Well, it's a short-term strategy. It gets you some clicks, but it's not going to work long-term. People are already tuning out.
They'll be like, "What? Racists don't want to see this movie? I'm gonna see this movie
Yeah.
because they're racist and misogynist."
Ra-
When was the last time it was a good movie that
racist.
came out? You know,
Fucking Sonic 2.
Sonic 1. I didn't see Sonic 2. I haven't seen
Sonic 1
2
was
yet.
solid. Sonic 2 is also solid.
Sonic 1's
Yeah.
I like the Detective Pikachu as well.
Yeah.
I liked that one. That was really fucking good. It was really cool. Like the Pokemon looked really great. The story was solid. They even had a token in there but that was fine. They had token diversity, but like it was perfectly fine. Like it was no like kind of it wasn't like about like his character wasn't like, oh, I'm black. Like
I'm black, y'all, and I'm black,
yeah,
y'all, and I'm blickety
it
black,
didn't
black.
matter. Like it really didn't matter.
Black, and I'm
It was solid, dude. Detective Pikachu, and of course, what's his face being Pikachu was fantastic.
Yeah.
Chris Pratt.
No, it wasn't Chris Pratt.
Yeah.
Ryan
The
Reynolds.
guy who did Ryan Reynolds, that
Yeah.
one.
Ryan
Yeah,
Reynolds.
He's hilarious.
Oh yeah, that's right.
yeah,
Ryan.
he's really great.
Yeah.
Right.
He's good.
Yeah, it was
Pretty
fantastic.
based. He's based.
He is kind of based, isn't he? Maybe that's why the movie did so well. But
Yeah.
like, yeah, dude, fucking, that was cool. I liked it. Anyway,
The China does not like blacks at all.
No, they do not.
They have 1 billion citizens. Not one of them is black.
They're like, come in my store. No, that's
Pretty much,
Indian.
yeah.
I can only do the Indian.
Yeah.
I can only do the Indian one.
Yep.
Damn it. Get the fuck out of my store.
Yeah.
Remember your face. Yeah.
But yeah, it's just again,
I can only do Indian accents. I can't do a Chinese
fan baiting, is a form of marketing used by producers with the intent to excite artificial controversy. No, this is actual controversy. But
Well,
the thing,
so what they do is the baiting. That's what the fan baiting is.
Yeah.
Is to create the controversy. The controversy is real, but it's artificially created.
Yeah.
Right. No one would have cared.
Right.
Yeah, the most you'll get is, wow, that looks really shitty, is what you get most of the time.
Yeah.
Like, that looks like some really shit, CG and editing when they were looking at the early, Rings of Power. Like, wow, that just looks atrocious.
Yeah.
Well, way
And I
back
watched it
before Ghostbusters 2016 and the forced tokens, many outposters in their former communities were calling this out, saying the controversy seemed whipped up, almost confected around certain movies.
Yeah.
That's right, dude. So we like to use alternative media, support based reporting, and decentralized journalism. That's right. Yup, gender and race swaps that make no narrative sense, a failure to respect source material, and just generally poor quality.
Yeah.
However, according to the narrative being pushed back by the media, by the studios, you were just a misogynist, a racist, and all-around villain. That is why you didn't like their product. That
Right.
is why you will not consume. You are not the right kind of consumer. Hey, Goyim, shame this bad man into becoming the
While you
right
eat your
kind
Goyim
of
slop.
consumer. That's right. Eat your goy slop. Power
Goy
yourselves up. Power yourselves up
yeah.
to coerce this wrong thinker into being the right kind of consumer.
Dude, that's fucking horrifying.
Isn't it? They're manufacturing their own customer base.
Well, yeah, I mean, annoying. Yeah, I mean, they're. I don't know. Like, are they though? Like, we weren't gonna see it anyway. So having, you know, coming out against people who hate it isn't really doing anything for you. Isn't doing anything like, negative for them because they're like you're not
Yeah,
going to see it anyway.
I
So I
don't
don't.
understand why bad publicity is good publicity if it doesn't translate into ticket sales.
Right, because it's not. I mean, but I guess I don't know. I'm not sure what their strategy with this is. I'm not sure why
Uh,
they like.
it's basically ESG score all over again, just in a different
Yeah,
form.
that's fair.
Yeah,
Right.
because the ESG
But the ESG
scores,
is not.
the investing industry is actually starting to go against ESGs. They are actually
I hope
talking about
so.
how every ESG company is underperforming and also has very high rates of internal employee abuse. Like they're like considered some of the worst companies to work for, while
Yeah.
simultaneously having a lot of government controversies around around how well they're following regulations.
Well, all that
It's
aside,
almost like they're trying to deflect from them being shitty companies.
Well, yeah, that's fair. Just like these are trying to deflect from being shitty
Exactly.
movies
It's
or
just the
shows
ESG
or
score of
all
movies.
that aside,
Yeah.
like it doesn't matter. It's just money laundering,
Yeah.
and like it doesn't have to make
oh
money.
yeah.
It doesn't have to make a profit. It's just
Isn't that what
destructive.
isn't that what spaghetti westerns were? Like westerns made in Italy were
Hmm.
just for
Yeah.
like money laundering for the most
No,
part.
by Italian directors in Spain.
In
Yeah,
Spain,
that's.
yeah.
Yeah.
I
I
don't know,
mean,
yeah, yeah.
failures in Hollywood are they're just written off, and so
Right.
they can be accounted for in the next year's budget as tax write-offs, and
Yeah,
it's like you can fucking
the
launder
problem
this.
is the amount that they're burning through these days. Jesus Christ.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, I mean
you
it's
can
like
print it.
constant. I
Yeah.
can't
You
think of a great movie in the past 5 years.
I'm
Can
just
you think
saying,
of a
you guys are
great
thinking
movie?
from a Eurocentric, like
Yeah,
white supremacist
that's true.
mindset with
Yeah.
like profits and
Hmm.
returns and stuff like that. We live
Right.
in current year,
Okay.
and in current year, we need to focus on progressive goals like sustainability and
Sustained long-term company growth. Like every once in a while you have you'll have a couple of quarters or maybe even a year of being in the red. But that's because you've been doing mass investment into
Well, it's mostly
new
white
facilities.
supremacists that are stopping you from being able to grow correctly as you planned.
yeah,
They
if
want
life
the
doesn't
pesky
just
white supremacists to be mine.
fall into your lap, then it's clearly white supremacy.
Must be.
Well, moving on.
Whoa.
Wow, the trolling.
Uh,
Of Megan.
Oh, the
Who the
trolling
fuck
of
is Meghan?
Megan.
Meg,
Meghan.
she's
Meghan.
she's the Duchess of Sussex,
The royal
aka
roasty.
Oh, that
yeah,
bitch. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, whatever. Who
She's
gives a
also
fuck?
claiming she's like 43% Nigerian now or something like that.
Oh my god.
And
Oh.
I'm looking at her going,
She
yeah,
My
she came out just
Nigerian.
last week talking about how she felt objectified and bimbofied on
Dude, literally do not care. Like,
yep,
literally,
I feel
no
bad for
fucks.
this man. He clearly was
I don't.
manipulated into this.
I don't.
Yeah,
I don't feel
I
bad for it.
don't. He
Yeah.
could at any time stood up for himself.
yeah.
Yeah.
He didn't. Well, anyway, yep, this is all about poor me, poor me. Oh, my poor
You
social climber. Oh, no one
you're
takes me
you're a literal
seriously.
duchess. You're a literal
I'm
duchess.
Well, aren't
subjected
they?
to
Aren't
such awful racist treatment. No, I don't have
wait?
receipts. Please feel
Isn't
bad for
she
me.
not anymore though? Don't
No,
they
no, she
got?
still holds the title. It's just they're not in Britain anymore because she was such a raging bitch and
No,
Yeah.
unwilling to
John, I
accept
looked
the
into this.
rules.
John, I looked into this. You're right. They cannot take the Royal Highness. They can't take the title Royal Highness, but she does still. I looked into this because I was
Okay.
thinking the same thing.
Right.
As far as I understand it, they can't take the title Royal Highness,
Okay.
but they are still the Duke and Duchess of
Sussex,
Sussex.
yeah.
Okay.
They're
Fair
not in
enough.
line for the throne at all.
Right. Yeah. So
They're
'cause
no
I knew that
longer.
had happened. I didn't
Yeah.
know that they were. I
They're
didn't
no
know.
longer their Royal Highness.
I thought
They
maybe
can't.
they were
They
stripped
can't
of
take
all
that.
titles,
Yeah.
but I suppose
No,
not. Suppose it's
unfortunately.
not the case.
No. But
Yeah,
again,
unfortunately.
all she had to do was just not be a raging bitch
That's way too complicated for her,
and
obviously.
understand that there is a clear hierarchy in that family.
Right.
That being a royal in modern day is kind of being a bird in a gilded cage. You can't do anything.
Well, that's how it's always been,
Yeah.
though. The monarch is
Yeah.
not an enviable position to be
Yeah.
in, even though it might seem like it at first.
It'll be very comfortable
But
at times, but and
crown weighs
luxurious, but
heavy
yeah.
on the
Where's the
on the king, man.
crown?
Yeah.
That's
Crown
right.
weighs heavy on the king or queen. You're a slave to the throne and all that shit. I mean, that's true.
Heavy
Like,
is the head that wears the crown.
Yep, so
yeah,
scooting along.
Yeah, well, poor Megan. She's subject to such racist abuse when just last week she was talking about, oh, I was objectified and bimbotized on
fuck off.
Let's Make a Deal. Right? Back in the day, she was on Let's Make a Deal. She was a case girl. And then
That
even
was
the
your
other
literal
case
fucking
girls,
job, being an attractive woman.
Right.
That
right?
was your
And then
That's the
job.
whole job.
Yeah.
the other
And you
case
have to get
girls were
a
like,
hump in a case.
wait a minute, if you felt like a dumb bimbofied idiot, then maybe you were just a dumb bimbofied idiot because the rest of us remember having a real good time
Yeah.
and enjoying ourselves
Yeah.
and getting other opportunities. Looks like
Yeah.
you got other opportunities, didn't you, bitch?
Yeah,
Right.
you just spread your fucking legs. That's all you did in the end to get to where you are.
Right.
Whoa. You mean almost like she objectified herself?
Exactly.
Right.
Oh, it's like projection. It's like that's all we're seeing all
Confession
night
through
is fucking
projection.
projection.
Yep.
All fucking
God.
projection. Right.
It's the iron law of confession through projection.
Well, the iron law, yeah, iron law of woke projection,
Yep.
specifically.
So, well.
Pretty awful. Oh, my 4chan, my
But
8chan, my
4chan,
Gab.
grabs.
8chan. Dude, have you ever been to 8chan? I've never been to
I've been
8chan.
there a few
No, I've
times,
never
but
been to 8chan.
it's
I don't
it's where
know
a few
anything
of the
about
refugees
8chan.
ended up. It didn't really go very
I've
far.
I've
Yeah.
graced their front page once. So yeah.
Really?
Oh, poor Megan. Poor Megan. Poor millionaire Megan. Poor social climber.
Yeah.
She wasted her opportunity by being a bitch.
So,
At
so moving along to the
least
next
she
one.
married rich, you know.
Oh, poor Venus Williams. Oh, she's
Hideous
got a
and
hideous
racist.
face and it's racist.
Yeah.
And it's racist. That's
Yeah.
great, dude. Oh my god. What
Guys,
is
you
it
you
now?
really don't want to lionize George
Oh,
Floyd.
George Floyd.
Oh, it's
The death
paragraph
of
1, George
unarmed
Floyd.
African American George Floyd in Minneapolis sparked mass protests across the world. That first sentence
Oh, the
there
world.
is so just fucking
Powerful. Oh my
armed.
god.
It's loaded. It's a loaded fucking sentence.
Just scratch the surface of the hideous face of racism in America. No, it doesn't. It more points to the fentanyl problem we fucking got.
Ooh, you can't say that, dude. You're gonna get
Oh, you're gonna get
sued by
sued
the
for a
George
good jillion,
for,
bajillion, gorillion
for
dollars.
$1 $6 billion, dude.
$6 billion. Ah.
It's true, dude. You're gonna get sued.
That's right. You can't suggest
In
that
the
you
healthcare
didn't
system and the
die.
education system. Wait, aren't you guys the ones that get all the affirmative action? That if we
No,
were going based purely on grades, there'd probably
they don't get
few.
anything.
There'd be very few blacks in college right now.
Not
They
to
actually
mention,
get shut out of all that stuff, even though it's there for their benefit. They get
Yeah.
shut out of it. Crazy.
yeah,
And that the system
because of
actually might be worse
racism.
for them because it causes what was it? If I remember right, it causes educational mismatch, which causes higher dropout and
Yes,
probationary rates.
Yep.
that is true. Yeah, because
Yeah.
they push through people who would not be able to handle that kind
Yeah.
of workload that
Yeah.
college requires.
Well, those specific
And
colleges, yeah. And
yeah,
that a
and
lot of them would be
then
better off at lower tier schools or community college
right,
or trade school.
but because that would be racist, they're like, okay, well,
There are
you
plenty of
know,
white kids that end up in that situation.
Well, yeah. Well, I
Oh.
mean, but they're rich, obviously, because white people have money, inherently, supposedly. I don't know.
I've got more money than Venus Williams, don't you know, on account of my
Well, of
white
course,
skin.
right. You and I both do, clearly.
That's right.
Yeah.
And together we can mock her poorness for being so
That's
poor
right.
and obscure in this racist country.
They did not choose good
Oh
pictures of
no.
her.
Are there
Absurd.
any good pictures of
I don't
her?
know. There probably are. I mean, she's not like unattractive,
Well,
I
she's
guess.
athletic. She's an
Like,
athletic build.
yeah, she's got a
She's
very
she's
athletic build.
she's
Like,
fairly
But
average.
she
You
is,
know.
though.
I mean,
All right, you
yeah.
guys.
Yeah. Just
Let's
It
move
don't
on.
go
brought
for this
her to
picture.
tears.
That was a bad picture. That one in
Oh,
Yeah,
it
particular.
brought her
Bad
to
yeah.
decision.
tears. She was crying when she,
Yeah.
made a big fuss in front of
Dude,
everyone.
Yeah, but if
But like,
but if
who
George
gives
Floyd
a
was
shit?
but if George Floyd was wandering around her neighborhood, who do you think she'd be calling immediately?
That's right.
Yeah.
Officer, there is a stranger walking around geeking in my neighborhood, right? And I don't know how he got past the gate, but he's here
Right.
now.
I think he might have a gun.
He must have a gun.
Yeah.
In order to get past the gate. You
Yeah.
know. Right. Just oh my.
It has brought her to tears, y'all.
Wow.
I'm
Scooting
sure
along.
it has. I'm sure
Oh.
she's just like wiping her tears with $100 bills, talking about. Oh.
Lord of the Rings casts an absolute solidarity against racist trolls.
Absolute
Oh,
solidarity. Oh, look at this amazing.
unanimously,
Oh,
and they're
we.
against racist trolls.
No.
Oh.
J.R. Tolkien didn't create a world that is multicultural. He created a world with multiple cultures. There's a difference.
Right, that's completely different. That's an important distinction too.
Yeah.
That's a very important distinction.
Yeah.
That even like Rohan and Gondor being
Very different cultures.
very different cultures, being men,
Yeah.
right? But still being like human, basically.
Being white men.
Not only
being
that, but if you
white
look into the
men.
different cultures of the elves, I mean, the three major elven enclaves were very different from each other. There was some crossover,
Midget,
but
you read the Silmarillion,
Silmarillion?
Silmarillion. That's right. I
That was
did
the point
power
of-
through a lot of that. Yep. I did
Yeah,
get through a lot.
I have not actually read that, but I heard it's a difficult read.
With the coming of light and the two trees and Ungoliant and the two lanterns and the stealing of the light again and and then the birth of orcs, and it's all there, dude. I guess they didn't have the rights to it though, right? They had the Lost Tales or the Unfinished Tales.
Well, because I think he died
I don't
before
know.
he could finish them or something. Yeah, so.
But
That's-
dude,
That's
this is
gotta
pretty
be,
weak.
right? Like, fucking write a bunch of shit, die, refuse to elaborate.
That's right.
Well, if I remember right, the same thing kind of happened to the author of the Dune series. But the last book he was working on, through some luck, he had some rough draft and notes for how he wanted to finish it, and his son and another good sci-fi author worked together to finish it up.
Well, it's apparently what happened to was it A Wheel in Time or Wheel in Time or Wheel of Time, whatever the fuck. Wheel of Time, yeah, whatever that fucking.
That's another one that got fucking hijacked by Amazon.
Yes.
Wheel of Time.
No, I remember Robert on the Generational Gap would he opined about that. He was not happy about that. He was excited about it at first, and I'm like, dude, like, don't trust me, don't get excited about it.
No, it's gonna be bad.
Yeah, what year was that? 2016?
That was 17 or 18.
Yeah, dude, that was as this thing was like really kicking off, as we've been discussing.
And I was like, dude, don't fuck. And then he found out that, like, they were having a diverse, like, the group the group of people that are the main characters were, like, supposed to be super diverse. And he's like, no, like, that's not how it is in the books. He's like, oh my God. It's like, he's like, there's a reason why, like, they leave the small village and they discover this larger world that, it's full of, like, other cultures. And, like, that's how they come through. And I'm like, dude, first time? Like, are you serious?
First time, yeah. You're
Is this
standing
the
on the
first time having
gallows.
your franchise wrecked? by
Yeah.
these
You're
people?
standing on the
First time,
gallows,
you know.
looking at him. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the first
Yeah.
time.
So.
First time.
So yeah, it's just again, there is a
Look
massive
at all
difference
this
between a
bullshit
world of
they
multiple
wrote.
cultures
Oh
and
my
a world
God.
that's multicultural. Two
Right.
massively different
That's
and
an
actually
important
opposite
distinction.
things.
That's an important distinction, though.
Yeah.
Being multicultural or having multiple cultures.
Yeah.
Very important difference.
Yeah.
Look at all
And
this crap these people wrote.
yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
But wait, so I thought J.R.R. Tolkien was racist, though.
Oh, he was
Which I
totally
mean,
racist. That's
by the
why
way,
we
he
have to
was.
decolonize his work.
Yeah.
Right. So, but wait, I thought he created a world which, by definition, is multicultural.
See, when you're talking
But he's
out of
also
both sides
racist.
of your mouth, right? When you're talking
Yeah.
out of both sides of your mouth, you don't have to make sense.
Yep.
Obviously,
You just have to take a position that's immediately advantageous. Abandon it as soon as it becomes, disadvantageous.
disadvantageous.
Yep.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
so
All right,
moving along,
well, I
we
Let's
guess
gotta
move
get
on.
finished up.
Whatever.
what the harassment of journalist
My
Taylor
God.
Lorenz can teach newsrooms.
Yeah, don't
Oh.
hire a rich bitch
Harassment.
cunt.
Huh.
Problem
What was
solves
John's?
itself.
What was John's proposal?
What was my proposal?
Yeah.
Oh,
What can
I
it
don't
teach
remember.
newsrooms, John?
Can teach newsrooms. Fucking don't be a dumb bitch. I don't know. Like,
What can the harassment of urinalist Taylor Lorenz
maybe
teach?
actually report news and don't be like a partisan
Clout
hack,
chasing. Yeah, clout
perhaps, or
chasing
clout
partisan
chaser.
hack.
Yeah, don't do that. That's a good start. I mean, I don't know all the answers. I think that's a good start, though. That's a good direction to go in.
Maybe it would have been a better idea to start a family.
That's probably
And
true as well.
make
But
a
apparently
man
she keeps
happy.
her apartment at like 98 degrees, which is like I'm telling you, I've never believed in the lizard people conspiracy before, but then when she mentioned that and showed it, like proved it, like she had receipts. I don't know,
There you
man.
go, bro.
I don't know,
She
man.
like
That's compelling,
sleeps under a heat lamp and shit.
right?
She's
Like,
actually like 1,000 years old and
right? I don't know, man. That's pretty compelling. I'm just saying,
stretches on her skin suit every day
right?
prior to stalking libs of TikTok's family.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
So the scope.
Like her forked tongue slithers out from behind her teeth.
Oh, dead.
Yeah.
The scope. Lorenz is reviled by some in Silicon Valley in the burgeoning anti-censorship meter. This is why I picked it. In the burgeoning anti-censorship media sphere. Oh
Why?
my God, horrors.
As if
Horror
that
of
even exists.
horrors. Glenn Greenwald, who tweeted disparaging remarks about Lorenz at least 15 times in 2021,
Oh no.
racking up more than 17,000 likes.
That's
That
fucking
combined?
nothing.
That's
Fucking
combined.
dunking on her.
It's
Yeah.
gotta be combined, and that's
Yeah.
But
not-
hey, dude, that's like 1,000, 1,200 per dunk.
yeah,
Like
per
he's
dunk.
getting mad likes, dude. He's
I
he's
guess, but
knocking
like
out bangers.
not even that many.
Oh,
that
I
bitch who
see.
talked
You
about,
get that many, don't you, John? On the
yeah, all the
Porch
time.
Boys.
Of course, all the time. But no. That bitch, who just recently, like, before the Florida debate, or during the Florida debate yesterday,
Yeah.
she's like, DeSantis just said that the Civil War wasn't about slavery. Like, what the fuck? And she got
What the
18,000
fuck?
likes before deleting it because he didn't
Yeah.
say that. What he said was, that the Revolutionary War wasn't about slavery.
Yeah.
Right.
Jesus,
So
what a
she deleted
fucking
that, but she got
retard.
18,000 likes before then. That's on one
technically
it,
that is
like,
also a
day.
correct statement to an
Of
extent.
course.
You know,
No,
it
of
was about
course.
states'
Of
rights
course.
versus that, and slavery was one of the issues.
You know, blacks
See,
don't think
states'
that, dude.
rights to what? See, well, oh my
Yeah,
god, dude, that's the
states'
fucking
rights
most
to
annoying shit.
what?
I cannot stand Civil War discourse because people do not know what the fuck they're talking about, and then they're all super fucking smug about the fact that you don't know what you're talking about. When the fact that, like, dude, oh my god, I know way more about the Civil War than any of these fucking
Have they
douchebags.
read about how almost all of the northern congressmen and senators weren't looking to get rid of slavery? They just were like,
No, they don't care about that.
yeah,
But no, what they do is they conflate secession with the war.
yeah.
And so they say, like, the war, if you say the war wasn't about slavery, then they'll be like, oh, well, if you look at the states when they seceded, what they put in their, Declaration of Secession or their Constitution, is that they seceded because of slavery.
I
It's like, okay,
love
great,
getting
you
hung
seceded
up in
because
the
of slavery. That's
weeds.
not what we're talking about.
Yeah.
We're talking about the war, which happened 2 years later.
Oh
The
god,
fuck are
dude.
you on about, you fucking
Fuck.
retard? But they just conflate the two, and
All
it acts
right.
like you're the idiot.
Okay. Thank you,
Fucking
John.
hell.
Moving
Anyway,
on.
yeah.
Maybe
So-
It
make
just
your
it
own
annoys the
video.
shit.
Wait, no, don't.
It just
Jeez,
annoys the shit.
I'm trying to get off the subject, not like off this tab.
Right.
All right. So what unite? God damn, John. Thank you. Make your own video. Make a video. Make content.
Why don't you
Do
start a
it. Just
podcast, you jackass?
just start a fucking podcast. God damn it.
shave, wear a leather jacket, put on some shades, and call yourself Razor Farce or something. I don't know.
Right. Yeah.
All right. What unites these communities is not their politics, but their, quote, desire to discredit journalism and the mainstream media, end quote, as Lorenz so bravely put it.
You guys
in
do
an
that to
interview.
yourselves. We don't even need to put that much work in.
Dude, check it out. But it's backed up by our research here at the Technology and Social Change team. Oh,
my
that
God.
sounds like an expert team at the Scope by Emily Dreyfus, who's, hey, she go to the same boarding school as Taylor Lorenz? Wow.
Is that true? I
Wow,
don't know.
that's
I have no
weird.
idea.
It's like these women all know each other and go to bat for each other and write big, long articles covering for one another.
I have no idea if that's true or not.
I
Do you have
bet you it
receipts?
is. Bet you it fucking is.
I mean, you can bet you, but I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't bring it up otherwise. But I mean, maybe it's true.
Check the early life section, bro.
Well,
Right.
Dreyfus, we know, is definitely a triple parentheses name. Because
Taylor
of what's her
Lorenz
face.
is likewise.
Is it? I don't know.
Oh yeah, big time.
Thought it was a lizard name, but fair enough.
Well,
What's the difference?
don't be so redundant. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. You're right.
All right. Anyway, so yeah, that's what I wanted to highlight is that Lorenz is reviled by people who desire to discredit journalism and the mainstream media, as she puts it. She doesn't even know their ideology other than they hate the media. They want to dismantle the media. Oh, my institution.
My institution.
My institution. Oh, the way I make my living and nepotism. Oh.
Oy
How
vey,
I pay.
my nepotism.
Oy vey, my nepotisms. That's right. Oy vey, nepotisms. Good God, you guys. These are the people who want to rule us. Who often
Well, and
succeed.
they do. That's the thing is they do.
Yeah,
It's not that they want to. They do. And
they're failing at it horribly.
well, I don't know if that's true. I don't know if that's true.
Do you hold the reins of power, Seawall?
It seems like they're doing a better job. Yeah, certainly doing a better job than we are.
Yeah, and the Roman Republic held the reins of power until Caesar crossed the Rubicon effectively.
I voted today, Lance.
Did you really?
I vote. Yeah, I voted.
How hard did you vote, though? Did you vote hard enough?
I voted fairly hard. I didn't vote the whole ballot. I didn't judges and shit.
I don't know if you voted hard enough, dude. You might not. You might be the cause of the fall of our democracy.
you know, but I
You
might
didn't vote
stand
for
on
DeSantis?
principle and vote for Mickey Mouse. And you're goddamn right I voted on damn
Well, yeah, of
DeSantis.
course. Yeah, I mean, who? I mean, even fucking the libertarian guy Hector Ruse, like that dude fucking sucks. Like, fuck that dude. Like,
Controlled opposition.
who else? Yeah, who else would you fucking vote for? Like, if you're gonna vote, who the fuck else would you vote for?
Mickey
You,
Mouse.
you could vote me into uncontested and limitless power.
No, I'm not doing that.
I'll give you land,
Uh,
leave you the fuck alone.
Mickey Mouse, bro. I'd vote Mickey Mouse.
what was it?
And
Our
and my
mutual.
vote would decide the election, and no
That's
guns would
awesome.
immediately pass, and I would be smug, happy in my principles
Yeah.
that I voted for the one I believed in.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's his face? Fucking Jay. You know who I'm talking about.
Oh
Midget.
yeah, big time.
He voted for Satan as president in the last election. He sent me his picture of his
He would. He
yeah,
fucking
it's
would,
like Satan.
because he hates God.
I mean,
'Cause
yeah,
he hates God,
Is there anything else you want in this
and
article, Midget?
he's a communist.
he is a communist. Well, no, he's not. He's a statist now. I've
Wait,
talked to him.
what?
Yeah, he's a complete sadist.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
Is
he
he
talks
like
about
a Vosh Bidenist now? Like,
yes.
did he do a
He sent
Vosh?
me a video of Hassan going through a thing with Bill Burr
Oh, God.
talking about like shitty Republicans or whatever or conservatives, and like he sent me a video of that, and I'm like, Hassan, like really, dude, you're smarter than that. And like, yeah, so he's basically like a Voshite at this point. It's fucking absurd.
He's basically Vosh. Like, he went from like tanky, that is, to fucking
Yeah, he went from
Biden.
being a tanky to like, yeah,
Is
well,
he
you
like
know,
totally MK Ultra'd, or is Jay
dude, I
like a true believer? Because I think Vosh is fucking manipulated by the CIA. Like, I think he's
I
literally
think Vosh is
a
manipulated by the
pedophile.
money that he's receiving and has a guilty conscience to the fact that he's receiving all this money and is a
Uh-huh.
capitalist, but is, you know, going against capitalism.
No, I think he's a pedophile, and he
Probably,
probably
but like, we have no
has
evidence of that.
material.
So
Yeah,
we have
you're
no
right.
evidence of that, so I don't want to say
This
Guys,
is
that.
my
But
opinion.
Midget, there's something else on this, or can we move on?
We can
I
move
guess,
on, I
yeah, we
suppose.
probably should move on.
We've kind of covered this
Ah.
one, but yeah.
Messages show the dark side. So let's see the messages.
Of
Where are
Star
the
Wars fan.
messages? Where are the messages? I'm not seeing messages. Anyone seeing messages?
Nope, no messages.
I don't see any receipts.
No receipts. Some quotes, but no receipts. So,
Especially
So
divisive.
what are some of the
Oh
so
my
what are
God.
some of the quotes? So let's look at the quotes. Like, what is so bad? I almost felt like I did when
When I met Don Rickles. In
Uh,
a week where Star Wars fandom reached its lowest point, and not because Solo, a soy has
yeah,
nosedived. It's
that
helpful to
movie
remember.
sucked dicks, dude.
Yep, they all
Sucked
do.
dicks and balls. Like it sucked. It was
All the way down,
horrible.
dude, just like to the hilt, like
Like
to the
that's like the explanation of how he
down
got
to
the
the
last
chode.
name Solo was fucking absurd, and I hated it.
Yep.
Like,
and they had to explain every bit of his character in one movie. The fuck? Could you?
Right.
First movie is
And it's like-
Chewie. Second movie is the Millennium Falcon. You tease the Millennium Falcon at the end of the first movie. Problem solved.
well, not only that, but like the way that he met Chewie was not the way that he met Chewie in the fucking lore. So
Yeah.
that was also
It's
shitty.
stupid. Well,
Like, it
let's
was
look
just
for
fucking
spicy quotes.
Absurd.
I don't
Spicy
think they'd
quotes.
include any.
They probably don't. They're
Spicy-
probably just like, I
spicy
received
quotes.
harassment.
Yeah.
They're like,
I
"Shoot,
received
harassment."
harassment.
Yeah.
We like and dislike stuff, but we do it with
Yeah,
humor, love, and
dude,
respect.
fuck off. Like, I
Get
received
a life,
harassment
nerds.
all the
What
time
the
on
fuck?
Twitter.
Mark Hamill, you're only famous because of the fucking nerds.
Right. Dude,
Hashtag
for
get a
real.
life.
Because he was
nerds.
he's Luke Skywalker, huge. Fucking, he
Joker.
was the Joker, right?
The best Joker.
Fucking huge. Yeah,
Yeah.
well, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, without fucking the
Oh, look at
nerds,
this
you would
though.
not. Nobody gives a fuck about you. Who are you without
They
them?
highlight
Fuck off.
that Ryan Johnson called them man babies. Few have gotten a better look at the remaining man babies, as Ryan Johnson called them, than Robert Smigel, the comedian
Ryan
behind
Johnson made
Triumph.
the movie for Man Baby. Like, what the fuck are you on about? Like, the people who like the sequel trilogy are fucking man babies. They're like,
Explains my brother.
okay, I mean, I don't know your brother, but like, yeah. I mean, what's it called? Delayed adolescence or some shit like that?
Pretty
Or
much.
like,
He's still in college.
or
He's
And
mid 20s.
these smug liberal assholes have the nerve to say thousands of 35-year-old men, lonely men who have never had sex, not even with a Catholic priest. It was the comedy version of shooting fish in a barrel.
I mean,
Right?
dude,
And they
I'm
loved
married.
it.
I hate this.
Woo!
Like,
Most of the fans loved every minute of it. Oh, it's so hilarious and
bullshit,
funny and smug.
bullshit, dude.
Yeah, we love it. Yeah, we're enjoying product and we're loving making fun
And
of
we're
people
looking
who
forward
don't.
to next product. In
That's
fact,
right.
Yeah.
And people who don't like product are
Yeah,
evil people.
my brother's a big liker of the Marvel movies, even though they're all terrible these days, except for a few that are okay.
that's terrible.
Anyway,
Yeah.
so
I
like,
only
and
saw I
He's an
saw like the
apologist
first
for them.
two
it's
Iron
okay.
Mans and the Thor movie, the first Thor movie. Like that was it.
I,
Before I
I
knew that it was going to
Nice.
be a thing.
I've
Like those
seen
are the ones
phases
I've seen.
1,
That was
2, and
before it
almost all
was
of
gonna be a
3.
thing.
Yeah, I've seen 1, 2, and
That
almost all of 3. 4, I don't really care for, except for I think the Spider-Man movie I watched.
But
dude, that was a
the first Iron
Sony.
Man movie was
Yeah.
fucking great. I really liked that
Well,
movie.
I mean, yeah, lightning in a bottle, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
We didn't
yeah.
know that it was gonna be a fucking thing.
A whole
Like,
fucking thing. Yeah, I didn't know it
it
was gonna be a
wasn't
whole fucking. I was
supposed to
like, that's
be.
a
It
really
wasn't
good
gonna
movie.
be. It wasn't supposed to be or gonna
Yeah.
be. And then Disney bought it, though. Disney
Yeah.
bought it after Iron Man 1 and 2.
hmm
Then Disney fucking bought it, dude.
No, I thought Iron Man 2 was under Disney.
I don't
I
know.
don't think
I have no
so.
idea. I have no idea. I just know that the first one was fucking phenomenal. I
Yeah.
liked it a lot, and that was that. I saw that
I
one. I saw
know
the second
Mark.
one,
Oh,
and I saw
distributed by
Thor.
Paramount. Distributed by Paramount.
Yep. I knew it,
Huh.
dude.
Yeah.
Yep. Marvel Studios was still like
Independent, yeah.
up to
Well,
Iron Man
Universal
2.
Universal has rights.
Yep, it was
At
Marvel
least in some
Entertainment
part.
from 93 to 2015.
Yep. Yes, you guys. Everything fucking. It's all Disney, dude. It's all fucking. Because as soon as they bought it, they abolished everything.
Mhm.
They decided that they weren't going to write an overarching 3-movie story. No, they were just going to give it to 3 different directors and say, go.
That's
Right?
fucking
And
ridiculous.
chock it full of diversity. Tons and tons of diversity.
Well, like I said, the first Iron Man movie was fucking phenomenal. It was a
Yeah.
fantastic story. It was really really good, and of course, Robert Downey Jr. is a fantastic actor.
Yep.
Like it was a
And that
great
was his
movie.
comeback. That was his return
That
to
was.
success,
Yeah,
Yeah.
to
absolutely.
prominence.
Not only that, but
Absolutely.
he fit the character near perfectly. Though they did tone
He
Tony
did.
Stark down a lot from the comics. He had a lot more problems in the comics. Personally, a lot more
Sure,
personal
yeah,
demons.
obviously.
Yeah.
Sure.
PG-13,
That's pretty
bro.
Yeah. So
yeah.
now moving on to the last story of the night.
Ha!
Reese Moritz. I thought that was like a nose ring or some shit on her.
No, it's a
and
loading
apparently
thing.
it's just- yeah, it's a loaded
Poor
little.
millionaire.
What?
Oh, don't make fun of me.
A Family Guy meme. What is
No.
it? Go back up real quick. Go back up. Turn me into a recluse. Who is she? Is she like the voice of Meg or something?
No,
No.
people are making fun of her because looked like something from
Actress.
Family Guy.
Oh, because she's
No.
got no like torso. Like what's?
I think it was
Yes,
a
they're
pro-
making fun of her physical build.
Yeah.
Family
Who is
Guy
this
made
person?
a
I have no
joke
idea who this
about it.
person is.
You don't know who this person is? She's like from
No.
Kick-Ass. She's
Yeah.
the little girl from Kick-Ass.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah. So I would not know that actress. Like she was a kid, first of all, so I wouldn't. I assume, right? She was the
Dude,
kid.
she stays working, and she's actually got many memes on TV.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually fucking hilarious.
Hey, dude, you should be fucking instead of complaining about it, you should embrace the meme.
Embrace the
That
meme.
will get you
Yeah.
fucking so much more
Also
respect.
there have been some edits to this. They compressed the top of the photo because this is the original. She
Okay, yeah,
definitely
she
has
looks like a
long
normal
legs.
person.
Yeah, I mean,
Yes, she
I
definitely
mean,
has
look,
long legs,
yeah, a
but she
woman with
looks like a
long
normal
legs,
person.
bit of a short torso, but it happens. And it's just people
Yeah,
modified it to fit this meme, and they made a
but I mean
joke.
that's also kind of what I have. Like I got
Yeah,
a shorter torso and
yeah,
longer legs.
yeah,
Like I totally get that.
yeah. And then this is the joke. This is the
Yeah, who gives
original, and
a fuck?
it's a joke. Calm down.
Yeah, who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
In fact, it used to be
Mm-hmm.
on South Park. It was a thing like celebrities would celebrate when they were,
Oh yeah,
portrayed
made fun
on
of.
South Park.
Yeah,
Right,
just
because
like
yeah, they would make fun of whatever.
musicians loved it when Weird Al would make one of their
Oh,
songs into a parody.
hey, you guys, hold on. I guess I'll put it here. Emergency last
BRB,
minute memes.
BRB.
All right, emergency last minute memes. The last one was gonna be a Weebum, but you can't
Yeah.
really use that on the fly, can you?
Not on the fly, no. So this is the first meme.
What have you got? Yeah, absolutamente asqueroso. If you're not familiar with this meme, zoom out just a little bit. Yeah, if you're not familiar with this meme, it's a classic. It's a classic. This guy is like a hotel attendant,
Mm-hmm.
and he's a young man, and he's well dressed. In photo, he's like
Yeah.
receiving Chloe Moretz's car at the
Mhm.
hotel or something,
Yeah, I've got
and
the
like he
original.
sees, yeah, and he sees Chloe, and he's like, "Ugh, what is that thing?"
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Yep.
Woo! What is that thing, you guys?
I mean, it's just a woman that's not, dressing very well. She's wearing athletic clothes. Probably just got out done with a workout, maybe. It just looks like somebody not on their best day, you know? Hello? Midget? Am I alone here?
No, I am back.
I'm
So you're
back, but I
not
think we
alone.
lost Midget. Oh, he's back now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm back
You can
now.
only have
Yeah,
two people on the stream at any one time. So
Yeah. So,
no, I mean, no wonder the meme, right, guys? I mean,
yeah.
dig it. Like long legs, long arms,
I mean,
short
fine.
torso, big fucking head.
Yeah.
Like it happens, dude.
Absolutamente asqueroso. That's a classic meme, you guys.
Yeah,
That is
and
funny.
again, as I said, this woman, I mean, physically fairly attractive. It's just
I
she's
mean,
not on her
yeah.
best day. She's not on her best day.
Well,
Did
she's
you
like
did you
she's
get the third
sort of.
one?
Yeah, yes, I do have the third one.
All right, if you
I
wanna.
don't. Yeah, I don't get this one. No, I don't know. Whoa,
Yeah.
that's a little weird. Her
I
tits are like
like
super close together. Like, what is this? What it? All right.
this is her, you guys. What an attractive young lady.
I've got a feeling there's something going on with perspective on this.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
well,
a little
dig
weird, but like I like the dude in
Absolutamente
the
is in the
back
back.
though with
Yeah,
the
Yeah,
yeah.
he's in
circle.
the back.
He's like, yeah,
Yeah. So.
He's still like absolutamente. Like,
salute them.
Yep. So
Yeah,
well,
that's
we're
funny,
going
dude.
to the chatting screen again, boys, because Johnny, you got to play us out.
All right. So, if you enjoyed anything, not the whole stream, of course not, but if you enjoyed anything you saw tonight, make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Remember, this coming Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern, I'll be doing a premiere of my date with a neocon, so that'll be fun. Make sure you go and check that out. Then check out Midget doing the Game Boys on Mondays at 9 p.m. Eastern as well. And then we'll be back next Tuesday for some election shenanigans. So make sure that you're there for that as well. And yeah, we will see you next time.
Have a good night, y'all.
Laters.